Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night. How's everyone doing on this fine Saturday night? I wasn't gonna miss a Saturday for the end of the world. Are you guys doing good? You guys doing great? Synonyms for good, antonyms for bad, antonyms for good, synonyms for bad. If you're having a bad day, then you're having a better day than I am. But I hope I can make your day better. Hey Thaf, I didn't miss it this time. Welcome. Drawing gay spiders, how are you? I am. I'm thinking, therefore I am right now. I just woke up and it's like 3 p.m. You and me both. You and me both. Thank you, Squeaks to Corgi. Thank you for the 2 months. He's not decaying.
Apparently it's my sub-anniversary BTW. Yay for that, I guess.
Thank you. Thaf, there's not a single thought in your head. Do not lie to us. Listen, if there wasn't a single thought in my head, then I would not exist. I would have faded away from existence about 15 minutes ago. Thank you, Panda Girl, for the 2 months.
Evening, Thaf. Evening, chat. Gets 2 months already. Went by so quickly. I'm enjoying these streams, especially after a long ass day at Comic Con. Lol, Thaf love.
Oh my god, a long day at Comic Con. Never heard that one before. Anyway, I'll just say hi to you guys in my invisible room. Hello, hi. I don't think this can sell just how shit I look right now. Like I felt like shit, but I really wanted to stream today. I did not want to miss a stream because I spent ages preparing for it, so I don't want to end up missing it for no reason and stuff like that. So hi, hello. Thaf, shouldn't you be resting? Didn't you get hurt? Yes,
what
but
the fuck? 5 months. I'm gonna remember to hydrate, chat, and eat something if you haven't less than 3.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. Thank you, Naramura, for the sub. Yeah, I know. Listen, didn't you get hurt? Yes, but the stream grind stops for no one. I got harassed at Comic Con today. That sucks. What the fuck? I thought people were. I thought people stopped doing that shit. I thought people stopped doing that shit at conventions. If you get listen, I have a rule of thumb. If you are getting harassed at any convention, it should be completely legal to beat the shit out of people. People wanted to touch me or give out to me because I was Leon Kennedy from RE4 Remake. Damn. What the fuck? You should beat them. This should be perfectly legal to beat the shit out of them. I threatened to bite them. You should go further than that. Just kill them. Just kill them. It's not like there's anything, and not like there's any consequences to doing that. Just kill them. Literally beat them up. Anyway, chat, it's going to be a bit it's going to be a bit early for content today because I feel like the content's going to take some time and it takes some explaining. So chat, say hi to YouTube. You already know what the big deal is. Wait, hang on one second. Before you say hi to YouTube, I forgot to invite guest over. Right, there he is. Yay, the plushie's over here. It's climbed up on my shoulder. Anyway, yeah, chat, say hi to the tube. Say hi to the tube, or yourself in the future, or on the VODs channel, maybe. God, I have to be wary about people swearing in the chat because apparently YouTube demonetizes for sweary words in the chat at the beginning of the video. So I'm going to wait until you guys are well behaved before I start talking content and start talking business. Actually, wait, do I have news? Actually, no, I don't have news because I told you the news yesterday. But yeah, so what we're doing today is located in the middle of the screen. Okay, I lied. It's not located in the middle of the screen. I'm sorry. You can unsubscribe now. Don't unsubscribe. I really need your subscriptions. But anyway, what we're doing is located throughout the entirety of the very next screen. And what I'm doing today is something extremely different to what I normally do on T9. In fact, I've never ever done it before on the T9 channel, but it's something that I've really wanted to do for a very long time because I've played a bunch of indie horror games on the channel. But what I haven't done is I haven't ranked them yet. Oh no, don't scare me now! Ah! God damn it, I was mid-intro! You ruined it! You ruined the intro! Ah! Anyway, what was I gonna say? Before I lost my train of thought. My train of thought has left the station. Hold. Thank you for the sub, by the way. Oh yeah, so what I haven't done, I've played a bunch of indie horror games and I've given them scores at the end of them, but I haven't ranked them yet. So today we're gonna do the old reliable tier lists. We are going to be ranking 99 indie horror games. 99. There are 99 indie horror games, and before I even begin, I'm actually going to give you guys the official link so that you guys in the chat can also participate at the same time. So if you want to participate in ranking it and you want to see the games that are on the list before I get to them and you want to do it yourself, then here it is, right here. So there are 99 indie horror games, and Garten of Banban ain't one. Because I'm not adding it. No. And if I did, it would probably be very far down. So to no. But anyway, as you can see, there are 99 random indie horror games of varying degrees of quality. Most of them I've played on T9, and there is a playthrough for almost every single one of them available either on Thafvods or on T9. And a lot of them, again, as I said before, have varying degrees of quality. I've decided, instead of having funny letters on each of the tiers, I have decided to just go for the standard S tier all the way down to F, and I don't know if I haven't played it. Some games I haven't played for T9, but I've played on my own time, so we're just going to go through each and every one of them and reach a consensus as to what indie games are good and what indie games are bad, and we're going to be harsh. We're going to be really harsh. We're going to upset people. We're going to upset people a lot. It's going to be very, very upsetting. Anyway, yeah, no, I don't think it needs any more introduction. So I guess without further so let's go and begin and do this tier list. All right, we're going to start with Well, it's in alphabetical order. Well, I'd say alphabetical order, but we already have an E at the A. I think they're basing it on the file names. Anyway, I think I pinned the link. If you want to, for those of you guys who are watching on the second channel, what are you doing watching on the second channel? You should be on the streams. They're linked in the description. You idiot! You idiot! Anyway, the first game that is on the list. In fact, let me go get some good music for this. Let's get some nice music while we do this. Let's get some good let's get some good piano music. I'm gonna get some good old-fashioned creepypasta music. All right, anyway, the very first game on the list. In fact, let me zoom this in even further. There we go. The very first game on our list is A Dark Place. Okay, if you don't know what A Dark Place is, it was a game that I didn't stream, but I recorded for T9, and it's one of those games that messes with your PC. It straight up is a virus, but as a game. In fact, I'll show you some gameplay of A Dark Place. Hang on. Let me quickly just go get it right now, and hopefully this doesn't do anything. It's so old. The video of it is so old. It's the old hack model. All right. Anyway, but basically what the game pretty much did was that it was a virus on your PC. If apparently I got the safe version of A Dark Place, because if you wanted the actual version, it does things like shut down your PC mid playthrough. So the developer made a YouTube friendly version. I remember playing this game, and I think I enjoyed it. It was that it had some really fun mechanics. Let me go back through and see if I have a mechanic of. I remember my PC getting the desktop thing. All right. Oh, and my screen is now melting. Yeah, it did stuff like that. So it had specific jump scares that it melted your screen. I believe there is also a point in the game where it changes your desktop background. There also is a point in this where they literally call it dancing in your task manager. All right, here we go. All right, there. Yeah. So basically, it was entertaining. The only problem is the world design and the map design of the game was pretty bad, and I think the developer knows it, because the developer themselves ended up commenting on the video right here. Hey, thanks for playing my game. I apologize for the poor level and plot design. This game's pretty old and I wasn't really experienced in this field at the time, such as the experience of most developers that make horror games. I know the importance of it now and have plans for updating A Dark Place and My Place for better plot direction someday. For those wondering, A Dark Place 2 has been in active development for around 3 years now. I've been quite busy taking care of other stuff lately. Regardless, I hope to get this out by next year or so. And apparently, there actually was a 2023 update of A Dark Place, which is out now, because I do remember the ending of this game being really, really disappointing, but for the game mechanics it was pretty good. So I think I'm probably going to put A Dark Place at we're gonna be putting it on B. I'm gonna be putting it on B. I think I was gonna, it's a low B, a high C for me. All right, Amanda the Adventurer. This is the full release instead of the demos. Amanda's a very interesting case for me, because Amanda, I really enjoyed it. Personally, I really enjoyed it. Now, I won't say that the game is scary, because it's not really scary. I feel like it was an escape room, but with creepy elements. I enjoyed the game for what it was, because it didn't try to be bigger than what it is. Like, it didn't try to go for really ultra convoluted lore and everything. Everything in the game is spelled out for you within the game. There's no supplementary reading that you really need. And I thought that the production value for a game of that caliber was pretty good. Like the IRL segments on the TV were well done. The game itself had decent voice acting. Both Wooly and Amanda had really good voice acting. And I want to say of an indie game of that caliber, I'm surprised that the actual VA was really, really good for a game like that. I know there was a sequel hook, but I think apart from that, there's not really much to write home about with regards to Amanda the Adventurer. I really enjoyed it, and it kind of sucked that a lot of people threw it in the same bin as stuff like Gotten and stuff like that, because I feel like this game was well worth its price. There was about 5 hours of playable content on that game. Thaf is too huge to be scared of little girls. Yeah, exactly. You volley them, top bins, crossbar it in, and scary little girls. No, you beat the shit out of them. But yeah, I thought that Amanda the Adventurer was pretty enjoyable. The only thing that I'd say that's bad against it really is now what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because I personally believe that this game is actually pretty good. As in, it wasn't scary, but the game didn't set out to be like streamer bait jump scary. The only thing I'd say is the ending. Although the ending is pretty smart, to be fair. Like, the ending was just, oh yeah, if something scary shows up on the TV, fucking break the TV. I mean, the ending was like, eh. But at the same time, that's like the most reasonable thing to do when it comes to something like that. If your TV starts acting weird, you break it. I don't know though. That's what I thought. But I think a lot of the criticism for the game came from people who A, didn't play it, and B, can't afford it. It's like, yeah, you broke bitches watching playthroughs and saying that they play the game. I think the puzzles though, it basically I count it as like an escape room type game. But I really enjoyed it for the production value and the VA. So I'm going to put this at a low A, high B. But I might drag it down to a B if we change a couple of the ranks around. All right. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Okay, that goes without saying. It goes without saying. That one is S. Although I will say the damage that it did to the indie horror scene, just for being the first and the GOAT, we can't understate the damage that it did to the indie horror scene, because the one thing about Amnesia is that Amnesia taught developers that maybe being defenseless is good, which in some cases is an all right thing, but it started the walking simulator trend. Walking simulators in horror games, I'm like, man, we really decided that walking simulators should be the norm, because Amnesia had puzzles and chases and stuff like that. And if you think about it, a lot of the shortcomings of Amnesia got fixed in Frictional's future games. Well, Frictional's future game singular, because I believe there's only one game that Frictional have made that is better than Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Personally, that's my personal opinion. There's only one game that is better than Amnesia: The Dark Descent, but that's mainly down to the story, because Frictional were in their bag making it, and it's later on in the tier list. All right, Andy's Apfel Farm. Oh boy, that one's I don't know, man. Andy's Apple Farm was something. It was definitely something. The thing about Andy's Apple Farm is that the idea of the game is pretty good. Okay, I lied. I think I don't know. I think I'm rating it based on its potential and less of the actual game itself. Because I did not like the way the story went, personally. I didn't like the way the story went. I don't know whether that's controversial, but I didn't like how the story went, because I felt like the concept of the game, with all of the characters in Andy's Apple Farm having like IRL counterparts that died. It's like, what if all these children's souls were in this game? But it's not finished either. It's chapter based. Like, I don't know. I did not like that. I did not like the story going into the whole demonic possession arc. I didn't like it, because I thought it was just going to be like a weird game. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was gonna be like a .exe weird type game. But then the ending decided to go for, oh, maybe the developer is weird. And I was like, okay, that could be something, okay? Maybe the developer is just really delusional over the deaths of their children. And I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be, that would be cool. But then they decided to go for the whole, oh yeah, sacrifice to a demon who turns the developer into Andy, and it turns out that Peter the Pumpkin is all a part of this conspiracy that all the characters are in the game and stuff like that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And also, I think the game suffered from anachronism in that a lot of the visuals of the game I think a lot of the visuals in the game didn't really sell the era that it was supposed to be in, because the visuals looked really good for a game in the 1980s. I will say though that I do like the developer's other game, Rabbit Knight. Rabbit Knight was a really fun game and actually hid the links to Andy's Apple Farm until the end of it. It hid it, and I thought Rabbit Knight was pretty good. I'm not sure about Andy's Apple Farm though. So I'm probably going to put this one on D. I think I'm gonna put it on D. Like, that's my take on it. All right, next one on the list, Anne. Now, Anne's a pretty special game for me. If you don't know what Anne is an RPG Maker horror game with fully animated cutscenes, developed by Wrong, and I really enjoyed Anne. The only thing I'd say that's against Anne in general is how derivative it was, because it was basic. I think the dev even admitted that it's like a mix between all their favorite like RPG Maker games. Apparently they watched my parts of the inspiration for the game of them pushing to make it was my RPG Maker video, and Anne was basically, in fact, let me show you some gameplay if I can get it. Let me go get the VOD. Let me go get the VOD. But pretty much Anne was a RPG Maker horror game in which Anne got stuck after school after 9 p.m. and chaos ensues. It's a lot of it's a lot of like chase sequences. Like really difficult chase sequences as well. What else is there? Good music as well, and good animated cutscenes. It was basically a mixture of Heavenly Host and Ebe. And I really enjoyed it. Personally, I enjoyed it. But obviously it's derivative of, oh my, yeah, look how hard the chase sequences are. Yeah, no, and was pretty good. I enjoyed it. All right, I think I'm probably gonna put Anne in. I'm probably gonna put it in A. Low A, high B for me. We're gonna start being a bit harsh on a lot of these games. So next one, Ao Oni, another RPG maker horror game. Probably the Blueprint. I think it's one of the first ones, because wasn't Ao Oni released in 2007? It was released really like it was released really early. Influential, but doesn't age well. Are you sure it doesn't age well? I think it aged really well. I think of all the RPG maker horror games, it aged the best. I mean, well, I'd say it aged well, but have you seen how big the Ao Oni franchise is now? Have you guys seen how big the Ao Oni franchise is? It's as big as Corpse Party. There's live action movies, there's anime, there's multiplayer horror games, there's a lot. It's a massive franchise. It's got so many animations and live action movies and everything. It's crazy. I want you guys, all right, editor, I want you to Google search Ao Oni right now and just put the results on the screen right now. I'm gonna show you. Ao Oni is a full franchise now. If you search Ao Oni gives you stuff like this. Yours oh, the Markiplier thumbnail. But yeah, you got the Ao Oni film, you got the Ao Oni horror game. You've got listen, if you search it, you get you can get the 2014 movie. And apparently it was based on Ao Oni version 2.0. And apparently it's also some content of Ao Oni is apparently lost media. It's very hard to find it. It's very hard to find it. But yeah, there was I just looked at the rating. 3.9 out of 10. Oh boy. Oh me, oh my. Wait, there was a sequel to it. And No Props wrote it. Oh man. Oh man, you know what? That could be a fun watch if I can find it. If I can find it, you reckon it'll be a fun watch? We can go watch the Ao Oni movie. That would be fun. If there's enough demand, maybe I'll go see it. But yeah, Ao Oni has like a full-on franchise. There's like there was a multiplayer mobile game. In fact, you know what? Let me try and find it. I'm gonna go on YouTube right now and go find I'm gonna go find Ao Oni multiplayer. I think I want to see if there's gameplay of it. Ao Oni Online. I just typed in Ao Oni Online. Wait, hang on. Hold on a second. Ao Oni Online. Is there a wait, Ao Oni 3 all bosses. Huh? This has got 3 million views. It's got 4 million views. Oh my god. This looks scuffed. All right, I'll show you. Well, it looks so low res. All right, how do you even play this game? Is it a mobile game? Where do you just run? All right, you know what? Game of the year, we gotta play it. We gotta find a download for it. We gotta play it. That looks like a mobile. It is a mobile game. It's a mobile game. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to show you the Ao Oni franchise is pretty big now. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna download it onto my phone. I'm gonna get so many viruses. But for the original game, with regards to the original game, I thought it was decent. It's pretty difficult. I kind of appreciated that the game didn't treat you like a fucking moron. Like, it wasn't just put this over here and then put this over there and put this over here and over there. The puzzles were actually puzzles, because if it wasn't obvious, Hiroshi was a pretty smart lad. So I don't know. I feel like Aoni was pretty good. The only thing that didn't age well was just what it did to the franchise and some of the dialogue. But I think it's a really good RPG Maker horror game. So we're gonna put this one on A for now, but I'm gonna start shuffling it later. Right, at Dead of Night. Now, I'm going to admit it, I have not played at Dead of Night yet. I'm planning on playing it for a series on T9, maybe. I'm planning on it, but I have seen it. I have seen some gameplay of at Dead of Night, and it's pretty interesting.
Hi everyone, Jim, I want thank you, Thaf, for doing a great work, and keep me motivated. You inspired me for a lot of stuff, one which is to do what I love and keep doing for the best. I just recently finished the police school now, and I work as special ops. Thank you for all of the support by your work of inspiration.
Special ops?
The good work, Thaf.
Well, thank you for the sub, Jim. Thank you for the sub, Jim. Well, special ops? Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's really cool. Is it like basically just advanced doxing as a job? That's cool. Shout out Jim. Special operator Jim. Hang on one sec. Oh wait, does that mean that you could realistically nick me if I said I pirated Adobe? What, does that mean that realistically I could get nicked on stream live if I said I pirated Adobe? Anyway, as I was saying, I haven't played at Dead of Night yet. So I have seen gameplay. So I'm going to put this on, I don't know, but I wanted to just put this on the tier list just for people, just to gauge demand for an at Dead of Night playthrough. But I've seen it, it's pretty inventive. I've seen gameplay of it, and until I play it myself, I won't give judgment, but I've seen it looks pretty good. So yeah, that's my take on at Dead of Night. If I was basing it off the gameplay that I've seen, it would be on S, because I did skim an old Markiplier playthrough years ago. No, you're fine. I pirated stuff as well. Oh no! Police pirating things! Alright, Escape the Ayuoki. I did not, no, I did not like, I'm putting that on E. I did not like that. Purely based on the fact that the mechanic of it picking up your microphone was pretty good, but the game's design was just, it was boring, it was buggy, and it just wasn't scary. Like, it wasn't really scary. The only thing I really liked about it was the mechanic of not speaking. Like, that game is like it's anti-YouTuber, because if you're a YouTuber that speaks a lot in videos, then it's not, you're not exactly in a good position, are you? And the model's a bit goofy, but then again, the model was supposed to be goofy. All right, moving on. We are now on B. We're now on B. All these basics in education and learning. Now, I've counted Baldi's Basics as the entire franchise, and do you know what? I've got something extremely controversial. I have a controversial take. I think it's S tier. I think it's S. That's my controversial take. I think it's S. Everyone's gonna be like, Baldi, S tier, but hear me out on this one. I genuinely think that Baldi, for a game of that caliber, I definitely think it's S tier, because it's not just a walking simulator. They did the simplest game mechanic, having maths questions and framing it like an edutainment game. And it was such a simple design choice just to have a wrong maths question and everything turn on its head into a creepy, like it's like a Slender clone. It's like a Slender clone, but with extra steps. But I think the environment, the aesthetic of the game, all the hidden stuff they added in things like Classic Remastered and Birthday Bash, it's a very difficult game. It actually requires you to have strategy to beat it, and there was no milking of the franchise. It was just the original game that was made on the Game Jam, and then afterwards was a Kickstarter. The Kickstarter was successful, made Baldi's Basics Plus, then Baldi's Basics Classic Remastered, and that was it. It's a complete experience that the developer delivered on without milking it, and it was a really good experience. It has really good replayability. For a horror game like that, you know, most horror games you would probably just put down and not play again. But Baldi's Basics Plus, having a procedurally generated schoolhouse with different game modes and math machines and different game mechanics that you have to get acquainted to while playing the game, from a simple concept as well, it's great. It's a really good horror game. It genuinely is a really, really good horror game, and it's easy to mod. I genuinely think that Baldi's Basics is one of the best. It's one of the kings when it comes to indie horror games, especially mascot horror games. I genuinely think out of all the mascot horror games, well, the retroactively named mascot horror games, because that term wasn't really coined when Baldi was initially released, I think it's the best. It's among the best, if not the best. That's my take on it. I genuinely think Baldi's Basics is up there. So controversially, I think I'm probably going to put this on S tier. I think this is one of the games that YouTubers were right to play and be popular. It's one of the games that I truly believe deserves the popularity that it got. And you'd be surprised. I don't think Baldi's Basics is as popular as people like to say it is. And I feel like the reputation of Baldi's Basics is... the reason why people don't have it as a high reputation is because of YouTube and not the game itself. That's my take on it anyway. All right, next game. Bendy and the... next game, Bunker 16. All right, Bunker 16 was interesting. I mean, but Bunker 16 was... that's an old game. Like, that's around 2013. That's a 2013 game. That one was a walking simulator, but that one did claustrophobia really, really well. I think of all the games that did claustrophobia pretty well, Bunker 16 is definitely one of them. Also, wait, should I do a chat test? No, a chat test? You should do a ping test. All right, Marco. No, it's fine. Yeah, we're good. We're all right. I think we're all right. We're not that delayed. We're not that delayed. It's not that bad. Anyway, Bunker 16. If we didn't know already, I think what I might have is I'll probably have my editor put some gameplay of Bunker 16 or like whatever games I'm talking about on stream, just in case you don't know what Bunker 16 is. But I remember specifically, we replayed the game to see if it was still scary in 2020. When did we play it? Hang on, let me type it in. I'm gonna feel old when I see when I replayed the game. When did I play Bunker 16? Let me go find it. I played it a year ago. Ah! But yeah, Bunker, from what I remember, Bunker 16 was it was the game that had the diary of George Walker. The diary of George Walker. It's basically the I think Richard edited this video. All right, that you take. Oh, hello. Oh, wow, we're back to the start. Oh, hello. What's this? Yeah, beds. Those beds.
You are not tired yet. Nothing here. Any notes? Notes. Nothing.
Yeah, but I think this game was pretty good for its time. You have to remember this was 2013. And also the developers English was not the developers' first language. I don't like being mean with spelling and grammar in horror games, but it's still really funny. Yeah, the shirtless video. Was I shirtless in this video? Was I? I don't remember. Oh my god, I was! Like, no, I'm shielding. This one when we were snoring. I forgot this is the one when we were snoring. You didn't see anything. You saw nothing. But yeah, I kind of like the mechanic of the bunker getting thinner and thinner the more into the bunker that we went, and also the main character snored really loudly, like really loudly. You bad and I'm looking. Well, stop looking. Gouge your eyes out and shield your eyes. All right, Bunker 16. So for that, I will say for its time, I think Bunker 16 was pretty good, but I'm probably going to put this a B because it is very much a product of its time. Next one, Case 2 Animatronics of... No, I'm only joking. All right, Case 2 Animatronics is probably one of the funniest games ever made. It's one of the funniest games ever made. I'm not even gonna lie. It's funny as hell. It's if I'm gonna be realistic though, it is the game was pretty greedy of the developers, but I would put it in S just for one scene and one scene alone. There's only one scene that would warrant me putting hang on. There's only one scene. I'm gonna say one scene. One. Uno. Hang on, let me just quickly go. Let me go. Let me go get it. I have got the goats of all time scenes. You ready? Just for this. Is this the fuse? Oh, I think it is. Let's just put it right in. Damn. Do you surely want to turn the generator off? All right, let's remove the fuse. What are we gonna do? I think it's the fact that his screen just cuts. They're just the Sorry. Do you surely want to turn the generator off? All right, let's remove the fuse. What are we gonna do? It's just the it's literally just the fact that it cuts and just going and he turns into it again. All right, let's remove the fuse. What are we gonna do? Just the oh god, he got toasted. Just what's wrong with this toy? God, that was masterclass in game design. Oh man, everything about the game was amazing. I don't know, man. No, it was fun as hell. All right. So I'm gonna put, you know what, it deserves its own tier. I'm gonna make its own tier. We're gonna add a row below it and we're just gonna call it Omega lol. I think I'm probably just gonna, we're gonna do this black and I'm just call it Omega lol. That's literally it. All right, Case Animatronics 1. That has to also be there. That's also being a megalol. Like, we had classic lines like, what happened to the lights? Is this some kind of deja vu? Like, it's just what happened with the lights? Is this some kind of deja vu? I don't know. It was fun. The VA made that game. Absolutely. I will say though. Okay, I will. I don't want to be too mean to the games. The developers were pretty greedy with the Case 2 animatronic survival thing, where it's like it's chapter based, costs money, wasn't even finished, early access, and the third chapter was just a blatant port. It was a port of their multiplayer map that they tried to make a story around, and it was really, really bad. I will say though that despite the edginess, I, for one, actually do somewhat like what they did with the animatronics in Case. The mechanics were terrible. The mechanics were pretty bad. You didn't use the monitor at all, even though they tried to say, "Oh my God, we gotta go." But first, let me find this innovative iPad. I just saw a body get dragged, but I'm gonna go find this iPad first, and then you end up not using it. You don't even use it past the first chapter. It was a mind-bogglingly stupid decision, but I will say though, from a pure design standpoint, I think those animatronic designs, the designs alone, deserved a better game. Discuss. Disagree with me if you want, but I am right. You know I'm right. I think the animatronic designs themselves, edgy as they may be, deserve a better game. They deserve a much better game, other than just the really loud jump scare sound of the animatronics voring you with tattoo saying meow meow motherfucker. I don't know. Anyway, next one. Cat in the Box. That is probably one of the best RPG Maker horror games ever made. It is a recent one, but Gustav did such a good job with Cat in the Box. It's absolutely like insane. Like, maybe not the gameplay standpoint, but it had one of the best stories for sure. Like, bar none. I think I genuinely think it should be rated up there with some of the best RPG Maker horror games. If you guys don't know what Cat in the Box is, I have an entire video about it, but it's basically the term local YouTuber goes into a haunted mansion and regrets it. And that's all you need as a selling point. Like, it, have I actually shown you? I'm gonna make my editor show a couple of the images. In fact, you know what? In fact, I'll just show it myself. Editor, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything, editor. I'll do it myself. Hang on. Have you guys seen? Let me go and find. Let me go find some of the images that have been. Come on, where is it? I'm gonna have to scroll. I have to scroll really far back. Because I remember seeing it some time ago. But I don't know whether it's still there. Hold. I personally just really liked the secrets. I think the secrets in the game, and just the fact that they pushed RPG Maker to pretty much its limits with regards to some of the hidden stuff in the game. All right, here we go. I will show you. The artist for Cat in the Box drew this. Spoilers for the game if you haven't played it already, but if you know, you know. I remember seeing this and I was like, no! If you know, you know. But if you don't know the context to Cat in the Box, basically the main character's sister decides to try and scare her for Halloween because she used to do the thing where she dressed up as a ghost, and then she did it, and yeah, she has PTSD from the events of the game. That's all I'm gonna say. If you have seen the playthrough on T9, you will know the reference. It's if you know, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. All right, spoilers are done. Cat in the Box, I think it's one of the best. I genuinely think it's one of the best. I'm probably going to put it on S tier. It's one of the best RPG Maker horror games ever made. All right. Anyway, Choo Choo Charles, Choo Choo Charlie. From what I heard from 2-Star Games, I enjoyed the shit out of this game. I think this year was like the year of developers actually, you know, proving themselves. I thought Choo Choo Charles was really, really enjoyable. I will say I didn't follow the development as much as some people did, but I knew of 2-Star Games. So seeing Choo Choo Charles be finished and actually be really enjoyable was sick. I enjoyed that game because it's like it's such a the game design choices were so good. Like it was I don't know how to explain because it wasn't much of a walking simulator. It had like you had like stealth sequences, you had boss battles, you had chases, you had like, you know, puzzle sequences and finding random MacGuffins. The game literally had it all. The game had it all. It was really enjoyable. Maybe I'm being too nice to it, but I feel like Choo Choo Charles was pretty enjoyable as a horror game because it didn't rely too much on jump scares. And yeah, you had a train whistle. You could customize the train. You could customize the train. You could do a lot of stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put Choo Choo Charles in A. Definitely an A tier game. All right. Cooking companions. I've got quite a lot of words about this game. I really like the art in this game. The art in Cooking Companions is really damn good. It's like they went overtime. They went overtime in some of the designs. I literally put one of the drawings on the thumbnail of Karen, and the art in general is really good. But I will say the only caveat I have against Cooking Companions is some of the writing. I think in terms of the character archetypes, right? You could see 90% of the game from a mile away. Like, if you remember from the stream, I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the game a lot. But in terms of the dynamics between each of the main characters in Cooking Companions, I specifically remember, didn't we all clock that Karen was going to be sus from the first 5 minutes? Like, tell me I'm not wrong here. I remember we kind of clocked that Karen was going to be sus from the first moment. She was hot at least. Oh yeah, she did have some bonkonago hooks. I actually, while I was making this tier list, I saw the creepy image of Karen, right? And I was like, bro, why does she have some bazonkas? She has some, it's like it was this creepy image. I'm like, damn. Did Dear Dream knew what they were doing, didn't they? They knew what they were doing, didn't they? She wields a knife and she has some honkers. They knew what they were doing. They 100% knew what they were doing. It's one way to market it. To be fair, I think the marketing was mainly down to the fruits. It was the ingredients like the raspberry and the potato and those characters. I think those were the main marketing points. But what I'm saying was that Karen was like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's like, oh no, Karen, don't stab me and chop me into pieces and cannibalize me. No, don't do it. You're so sexy. Aha. That's probably like some of the streamers. Just the aha. Anyway, Cooking Companions. We were talking about the character designs for so long that I completely forgot that there's a game that we're supposed to rate. Cooking Companions. I think for the writing wasn't amazing, but I enjoyed it. The art was pretty good though. but I can't overlook the writing being a bit, so I'm probably going to put Cooking Companions on B, but I will judge again once I finished the DLC. Yeah, next game, Dark what? Doki Doki Literature Club, the original game. Now, I am not counting Plus in this. I've had many arguments about DDLC, and I will say that a lot of the ratings for Doki Doki Literature Club, right, is rated based on how people perceive the game now. But I'm going to say that Doki Doki Literature Club was an entirely different beast on release when no one knew anything about it. I played the game before it got popular. Like, I knew about the game on release and everything. So playing the game blind was an experience. I played it blind and an experience. Now, I will say, the game's scares are pretty good, but the problem is, the game's scares are very much just like, it's really good when it comes to programming, but at the same time, it kind of blows its load very quickly once shit hits the fan. Because I think one thing that Doki Doki Literature Club suffers from, even when I played it back then, is a pacing issue. And I feel like it is part of the game itself. It's part of the game because the whole point is that you're supposed to get attached to the characters as much as possible before the carpet gets ripped from under you when Sayori bites the dust. But at the same time, it was like, at the same time, the pacing of the game really, really suffers because you spend about, if we're gonna say, without skipping any of the dialogue and like actually reading the dialogue, you're probably going to be doing the initial parts of the game for about 3 hours, probably. It's probably going to be 3 hours of just romancing each of the characters before all of a sudden, whoops, Sayori's dead now! And then all of a sudden, God, the file's on the desktop. Oh, God, the screen is changing. Oh, God, Sayori's hanging in the background. Oh, God, there's random eyes everywhere. Oh, my God. It's like, it blows its load really, really quickly once the going starts to get tough. Because it's just like, whoops, all dead kids. I also think that I will say this is a this is also a byproduct of the fan base, but I feel like I'm not going to rate it based on the fan base, but I will say that DDLC as a brand kind of moved away from what made it so scary, right? The game itself was kind of a satire on visual novels in general. Like the whole game was like meant to be a satire, a commentary on visual novels, and the whole concept of not getting too attached to the characters is basically like, it was a commentary on, you know, parasocial relationships with characters in a video game like DDLC, which is why Sayori is such like, Sayori is so attached to the character, and you have so many scenes of like, you know, being with Sayori, interacting, and also the girls kind of like fighting for your approval. And I remember Dan saying before, I think while making DDLC, I'm not too sure, correct me if I'm wrong, editor, but didn't he say something about not liking visual novels and all, right? So DDLC was a good commentary on that kind of thing, because the whole point of Doki Doki Literature Club was the notion of not getting too attached to the characters, because on a whim they can get ripped away from you. And that's what Monica did. Monica was well aware of the genre of game that she was in. And the whole point of Just Monica was also the, like, you know, don't get too attached to these characters, get attached to me instead. And then she ends up, you know, you end up having to delete her and delete everyone. There are no survivors. There are no survivors unless you do everything in the game beforehand. The thing is, though, a lot of people it basically left its target audience. A lot of people were like, the whole point of the game was not to romance any of the characters because they could get ripped away from you. So you know what people did? You know what people did? They got attached to the characters. And like, granted, it's really good character designs, but you know what I kind of wish that Dan did? I kind of wish that it was left at that. You know what I mean? See you right, Gunk. But yeah, I kind of wish it was left at that. And if DDLC Plus was ever to be made, I feel like it was a missed opportunity. I do kind of feel like DDLC Plus was a missed opportunity for more scares and everything, because the side stories, right? I don't know, lads. Cause DDLC, I guess the side stories were more like playing the whole visual novel thing in completely straight, which I was like, why? You know what I mean? I really wished there were more scares, because you know how easy it is. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but do you know how effective the scares would have been on DDLC Plus? Because parts of the scare factor of the original Doki Doki Literature Club, we're not talking about, I'm not going to be rating Plus with regards to this, by the way, but I just want to talk about Plus for a bit. Parts of the scare factor of Doki Doki Literature Club was the fact that, you know, it messed with your PC. It showed files on your desktop. You had to look through your game files. You had to edit some of the CHR files, which would give you something random. It was a really good, it was a good form of meta horror, right? DDLC Plus had the home screen, right? They had the home screen within the game, because obviously DDLC Plus is a console released game as well. I think that you've lost some of the scares with having a home screen and everything, but what they could have done, personally, what they could have done is that they could have pulled a Simulacra. They could have done what Simulacra did, which is set entirely on a phone with its own phone UI. If it had its own screen UI and it had scares on the screen, like Simulacra used the phone UI in the game to do scares like the desktop within the game changing and everything. I thought it was gonna go that way. I thought during the game, like I thought the new stuff from DDLC was going to fuck with I thought it was gonna fuck with the home screen. Anyway, let's see. Howdy, big fan, loved your corpse party video. Will it be on the list? Also, did Amanda the Adventurer or My Friendly Neighborhood make it in? I'm the community manager over at Jet XP, and I've seen some of your clips from our games. Oh my god, new person in chat that works at Jet XP. Well, you'll be happy to know that I put Amanda the Adventurer right here, and My Friendly Neighborhood is on the list. We'll be getting to My Friendly Neighborhood a little later, but Amanda the Adventurer already is on the list. I already had a long tirade about Amanda and what I think about it. But yeah, welcome. We're just doing a big, long indie game horror tier list. Is going to cover games in which that I've played. We were just talking about Doki Doki Literature Club and the potential for DDLC Plus and what I think it squandered. Because I feel like there was potential in the game for Plus to be a lot scarier than the original. but it didn't reach the same heights because it kind of played into the wrong fan base, in my honest opinion. It kind of played into like the weeb fan base that grow attached to the character instead of I guess horror fans, inverted commas. But the original game is really good. The original game is really good. I feel like the pacing though is what the game suffers from, and it doesn't have much replayability. You know, I think you can only replay the game once you know what's going to happen, and that's it. I will say though, it's pretty good for its own thing. I'm going to put it at A, because I think that the only thing against it is the pacing and the fact that it kind of busts too early with regards to the scares. Anyway, next game, Dead Realm. Now, I did mention this last time I did a tier list. For those of you guys who are watching on the second channel, you would not know what I'm talking about, but how many of you, show of hands in the chat, without Googling, how many of you know what Dead Realm is? All right, me, I see, nope. As in me, I had the game. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. All right. You guys ready for some lore? You guys ready for some lore? Let me take you all back. Let me take you all back. You guys are young. You guys are like little baby. All right. So, basically, this is no spoiler warning. Dead Realm was a game that was financed by Vanos Gaming, Syndicate Project, and a bunch of other YouTubers of that caliber. The way it worked was like Gmod hide and seek, but instead of Gmod hide and seek, it was random horror characters. In fact, let me quickly get you some I'll get you some Dead Realm gameplay. Let me get you some gameplay. I'm gonna just get let me just get some random gameplay here. Let's see if I can get something here. So this right here was Dead Realm gameplay. It was basically DBD without all the fancy stuff. It was hide and seek. We had shields, you had decoys and stuff like that. But you either played as a monster or you played as the people that were hiding. And what you ended up having to do was that you had to like escape. But I think it was turning on generators and stuff like that. And you had to use like CCTV and stuff like that. It was an alright game. But a bunch of YouTubers like Vanos and Syndicate and the Gaming Lemon, they all went and shilled the game on their channels. They suddenly started making a bunch of gameplay videos just talking about, oh yeah, Dead Realm is a brand new game that I've never even heard of before, that all my friends all of a sudden started playing, and it's out now on Steam and it costs money. They didn't disclose that they financed the game. They got in a bunch of trouble for it. Remember, this is also before the CSGO Lotto controversy about not disclosing that they financed the game. They got in a lot of trouble with the FTC about it. Vanos got forced into like saying that they funded the game, because they didn't. They didn't. They specifically went and said, oh yeah, no, this is a brand new game and stuff like that. Dead Realm. Do you know the first sign of trouble when you look at a game on Wikipedia is if Wikipedia talks about your game in past tense? I will now show you the Wikipedia page. Dead Realm was Dead Realm was a horror style game for the PC. The main gameplay consists of one player taking control of a ghost while the remaining players are humans who must avoid being haunted by the ghost. On August 27th, 2020, 3 Black Dots ended support and closed the official service according to an announcement made on August 19th, 2020 due to overwhelmingly negative reviews. Overwhelmingly negative reviews. Now this one's a doozy. I am 99% sure that a Vanos Gaming fan or a kid went and wrote this Wikipedia article, because it's such a niche article, but you'll see what I mean when I read this paragraph from reception. All right. An early version of the game was previewed by Rock Paper Shotgun. While the game received positive reviews on Steam at first, most likely aided by Vanos Gaming's videos of him playing the game to promote it, they did not last long. By 2018, the reviews became extremely negative, including one that said, "Dead Realm is quite literally a dead realm." Ah, God, don't scare me while I'm reading! Anyway, also that was a good one. Dead Realm is quite literally a dead realm. The developers are charging £11 for an abandoned, broken, buggy mess that they have no intention of fixing. Other reviews said things such as, the game is just that, dead, and that it was impossible to play a game unless one was able to invite friends because no one plays the game anymore. These scathing reviews, compounded with other issues such as lag, and it's like the other issues such as lag, eventually led to the servers being shut down in 2020. However, the game did not officially close down until August of the same year. Despite this, it ended with mixed reviews on Steam. Now, if you look at that paragraph just straight up looks like someone wrote it as like a school essay. But yeah, there's some extra lore. Now there's also some bonus lore about Dead Realm. What if I told you that Dead Realm has a sequel? What if I told you that Dead Realm has a sequel? Well, a sequel inverted commas. It's a VR only. So what they've done is that they've abandoned Dead Realm, and they ended up making hold it. They ended up making a VR game. They made a VR game. The only problem is that no one played it. It's got positive reviews, but they made a VR Dead Realm anthology game. I love how Jim said, "Oh, this game." But I'm going to scroll down to the reviews. Let me check the reviews. All right, let's see. So let me preface this by saying, here's my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Vine, my TikTok, all my other links. Oh my God. This was made in 2018. Vine. All my other links, also ASL on my MySpace, hit me up. Jokes aside, the game's controls are abysmal. The fact that you made a VR game and are saying the VR controllers don't work on your VR game is so Wait, what? What? They made a VR game without the VR controllers working on the VR game? How? Huh? That's extra lore. Wait, I'm gonna read this. The game is 30 minutes long from start. 30 minutes from start to finish for 20. How much does it cost? 15 quid. That's like $20. What? Wait. Bloody hell. Hang on. How can you sell a fully finished game? There's no early access tag or anything that has 30 minutes of content for $20. I have 2 hours of playtime on my account because I sat there and ate lasagna for 20 minutes and fumbled around with garbage VR controls for another 30. Then because the guidance in the game is so bad, I died repeatedly until I somehow managed to figure out there's a hidden mechanic that you guys refuse to make clear, like how if you went the wrong way, you died. Why not just prevent someone from going where they're not supposed to instead of repeatedly killing them without reason? Well, wow. Okay, that's extra lore, I guess. So yeah, that is Dead Realm. Dead Realm goes into our Omega lol tier. Devour. Now, Devour is also a co-op horror game where you have to escape while a ghost. I think I believe it's PvE. Now, Devour is only on the list, truthfully, because of one reason and one reason only. Devour is pretty difficult, but let me quickly just find it. This right here. Let me just quickly let me just do this, and then do this. All right. Resident React Andy. We're about to be Resident React Andy here. All right. Here we go. You know how I run it. You know how ironic it is. I'm reacting to someone who's a serial reactor now. Remember when he played games? Remember when XQC played games? You guys remember? Anyway, this right here. Oh, loud jump scare warning. Oh god, yes. Yeah, see, it's one of those games that had really obnoxious jump scares, but it's the very definition of fun with friends. A lot of these games, was that the monster or him screaming like a girl? I'll play it again. I'll play it again. I love how he's dead silent. Also, that wasn't X screaming, by the way, because trust me, the game was louder than his screaming. Although, you know, that's a good headcanon. That does sound like it's well timed for X screaming. Hang on, let me just. If you isolated. All I'm saying is, if you isolated the game and just told people that was that was X screaming, I think people would believe it. I think people would believe it. All right. Anyway, Devour. I don't know whether I can really rate it highly because Devour is one of those games where it's more fun with friends, and the jump scares are pretty obnoxious. But like, it's competently made, is what I can definitely say. So I'm gonna put Devour at C. All right. Duck Season. Duck Season was really fun. Personally, I really enjoyed Duck Season. I thought Duck Season's really, really good. Now, all I'm gonna say is, what I will say is that I'm going to be biased now, and I'm going to be controversial. Duck Season is a product of its time. The only reason why I'm not giving Duck Season an S ranking is because it's not optimized for the Valve Index. It's not optimized for the Valve Index. It absolutely sucks to play using a Valve Index. If you have an index, those of you guys in chat or in the comments down below who have a Valve Index will know how much of a chore it is to play Duck Season with an index. You can even watch my video where I played it and I had to switch the game to easy mode because the controls for Duck Season were optimized for the they were optimized for the Vive ones. It came out before the Valve Index was released, and they haven't updated it since. So if you have the Valve Index, it's a lot harder to play. But Duck Season is genuinely a really fun game. It's one of the best VR games. Well, VR horror games. It's up there. I'm gonna put it on A rank. The only reason I'm gonna be weird. The only reason why it's not on S is just because of its personal preference. It doesn't work well on the Valve Index. You have to like edit it. Anyway, Emily wants to play 2 and Emily wants to play. Oh, fun fact about Emily wants to play 2. Did you know? Did you know the thumbnail for Emily wants to play 2 on my channel is on Rule 34? Did you know that people are so desperate for material that the literal thumbnail for my Emily wants to play video, but editor, put the thumbnail of that video on screen right now. Now, apparently, people are horny enough to put that thumbnail. It was straight up the thumbnail. It wasn't like a fan drawing. It wasn't a fan-made drawing. It was just the thumbnail. And they dropped it on R34. They dropped it on R34. And you know what's even worse as well? When it went to the comment section, and quite a lot of people in the comment section are calling them out for literally taking a thumbnail, about like how desperate people are for content, that they're taking a thumbnail, a YouTube thumbnail, and putting it on the side. For those of you guys who don't know, let me quickly. I will enlighten you guys. For those of you guys who don't know what the thumbnail is, because the thumbnail is what's it called? The thumbnail is it's the T9 upload. Let me just quickly go and show you what the thumbnail is if I can find it. Let's see it. Oh, hi Shia, how are you doing? All right, let's see. The thumbnail's really tame. It's really tame. Hang on, let me quickly go and find it. What folder is it in? It's somewhere. So how are you doing, Shia? How are you doing? How are you holding up? Let me just quickly go to which folder would I have put it in? I'm so stupid. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I keep finishing a design and I'm like, where am I gonna put it? And I put it in nowhere middle of. I put it in a folder called middle of nowhere. All right, thumbnails. All right, let me just quickly go and find, what did I name it? I think I called it Emily or something like that. Surely I wasn't stupid. Surely I was not stupid. I mean, knowing me, I'm one of the most stupid people on the planet. Where is it? Emily wants to play. There we go, found it. If it loads. There we go. All right, so this right here is the thumbnail. This was posted on R34. It's such a to this day I don't get it. I don't get why. What do you mean understandable? What do you mean understandable? What do you mean understandable? Okay, I can see. What do you mean? It's so tame. It's not even like it was put under my tag. What do you mean you got a point? Shia, don't agree. Shia, don't agree. It's tame. Wait, I haven't drawn Maid Thaf in the past 3 years I've been in this fandom. No, it's not that. It's not that. Is it because of the thighs? Is it really because of the thighs? It can't just be because of the thighs. Come on, man. It really can't. It's tame, but the thighs. Okay, fine. If it's the thighs, it's the thighs. But come on, man. I know it's a little bit further on, but I like the picture for Hello Neighbor. Oh yeah, you guys like the picture that I chose for Hello Neighbor? you guys like the picture I chose for Hello Neighbor? You guys like it? Also, if you want to use my tier list as well for future streams or any ideas, it's pinned. I made this tier list myself. So if you want to rate it yourself and get some community ranking, then but use the link. I assure you that more tame artists appeared on R34, potentially even of Hello Neighbor. Sorry, I had to quickly. I had a moment there. But anyway, Emily wants to play 2. Emily wants to play 2. Now, I did not like Emily wants to play 2. I felt like the game turned into a rage game after a fair bit. It turned into a rage game after a fair bit, and it was kind of just a walking simulator where it got a bit frustrating towards the end. I think it was a bit too long for its own good, personally. Because we went all the way from, I don't know whether Shai's still here, but have you played Emily Wants to Play 2 and the first game? I don't think, I don't know. Emily Wants to Play 2, in terms of its lore, it didn't have much. It was literally just gimmicks with the dolls. And that was it. It was literally just gimmicks with the dolls. And then they started stacking them towards the end of the night to the point where you're just playing the game and you're just waiting for the game to end while getting jump scared. And the game got harder and harder and everything. I'm fine with a difficult game, but it just got a bit, it just got a bit, you know, it got a bit overblown towards the end. That's my personal opinion. I think I'm probably going to put Emily Wants to Play 2 in C and Emily Wants to Play 1 in D. Thaf, I'm sorry if this is annoying or petty or anything, but can you please skip over Shipwrecked 64 in this list? That's my game and the Steam version isn't done yet, and I appreciate you waiting until I'm done since I'm not proud of my old stuff anymore. Oh yeah, sure. I was literally gonna put it on I don't know because I haven't played it yet. All right. Next game. Employee of the Month. We just played that game, and you know what? I'm putting that in A. I don't think it needs any. I don't think that game needs any more description than that. We did just play it. I enjoyed it. In fact, I'm gonna get. It was a really decent game. I liked it. I liked the constant loops. The humor in the game was great. The humor in that game was really good. Like like it was like a job simulator, but it was a job simulator with an eldritch horror like twist, which I really like. Did the second part release on the second channel yet? That's in production after Viewfinder. Anyway, I don't think that game needs any more introduction than that. Employee of the Month. All right, Eerie. Okay, listen, Eerie. I'm putting Eerie high on the list because of one thing and one thing you already know. All I'm saying is you already know why I'm putting Eerie. You already know why I'm putting Eerie because we're gonna do the classic. All right.
Why would you know where you're going?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're going round in circles.
Ah, shit! Fuck me! Fuck me! Shit! What the fuck? I don't fucking know. Fuck! Stop screaming! Stop! Fuck you! Fuck mate, there's fuck this game. I love how the jump scare has no sound. So I need to play it again. I think it's the realization. Also, yes, this is the one with the crying cat sounds.
Where you're going?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're going round in circles.
I love that the realization they don't even see the full monster. All they see is just the. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're going round in circles.
Like it's the fact that all they see is the lips. Shit! Fuck me! Shit! What the fuck? I don't fucking know. Fuck! Stop screaming! Stop! Alright. Okay, also fun fact about this, I mentioned this before. They saw Thaf's like get out. Anyway, I mentioned this before. But you know this jump scare right here? This sequence right here, wait, hold on. I don't fucking know. Fuck! Stop screaming! Stop! This right here. This is a scripted jump scare. The monster actually isn't there. The monster's always behind them, right? The monster's behind them, but it's one of those, like, you know, those cliched. You guys have watched me play horror games. You guys have played horror games before, I'm sure. You know that really cliched scare where it's a corridor and the monster always goes running from one side to the other? That's literally a scripted jump scare. The monster's not actually there. It despawns after it leaves this view. But the fact they saw it and they went just. Oh, shit! What the fuck? I don't fucking know. Fuck. So this is scripted. Fuck you. Fuck man. Fuck this game, man. Fuck you. I love how he walks away and then. Oh god, I love how the jump scare is silent. It's just Gmod. It's just a Gmod rave party. It's literally just a Gmod raid. Or Gmod rave. I feel like you're telling me Santa isn't real right now. Santa's not real. But yeah, Yeah, that is a scripted sequence. Now, I did play Eerie on T9 myself, and I also want to show you guys, there's also one thing about this game that I need to show you that you guys need to see before I give you my verdict on the game. I am going to, let me just quickly go here, let me go here, and let me show you, I am going to show you, I will now show you, probably, the reason why this game is just the greatest game of all time. You ready? Okay, now there's arrows. Where did the arrows come from? I just want to make sure. Maybe can we leave? Oh God, is the whole place gonna go up? Is there gonna be like a cutscene at the end? Wait, I'm gonna check if there's any cats. No cats. No cats. Door's magnetically sealed. Oh, that's great. Can we open the door? All right, you ready? I can't even read that. I didn't even read it. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's leave. Let's leave. Oh God, we're gonna get like a bad ending cutscene, aren't we? All right, I guess we're just gonna have to go then. Oh, that was you escaped into Lake Erie. Oh yes, you escaped into Lake Erie. That's it. I'm not even joking. That's literally it. That's it, and it just goes. It just goes back to the menu. It just. But yeah, so Eerie. The thing about Eerie though is that I think that this game could do with a remake. This game needs a remake, cause the game had some really cool mechanics. Like it had some really cool mechanics, like the spray paint, so that you know where you've been. Like that's such a genius mechanic to just have in the game, because you can easily get lost. The spray paint mechanic, and also I will say the monster design is really good. I'm gonna say the monster design is good. Apart from the lack of sound on the jump scare, the monster scraping sounds, I like those sounds. Those are like genuinely really, really creepy. It's just that it very much is a product of its time, and it's very close to being lost media. Can someone remake this in Unreal? This was made in Unreal. This was made in Unreal Engine 3. The thing is, I feel like this game is close to being lost media, because if you didn't know already, fun lore about this game that I do mention in the video, this game was released on Devour. How many of you in chat know what Devour is? And any Devour users in chat from back in the day? Now, if you don't know what Devour is, Devour was a competitor to Steam. Now, I say was because Devour kind of died. It went bankrupt, if I recall correctly. And Eerie wasn't released on Steam. It wasn't put on Steam Greenlight. It wasn't put on its own website for a download. It was posted only and exclusively on Devour. And when Devour died, it took Eerie with it. And yeah. Eerie could have been lost media. Eerie was very close to being lost media. John Wolfe could only play Eerie because he still had the file on his PC from when he played it almost 10 years prior. I got lucky because I found a download from the Internet Archives, but it's a scuffed download. Try not to download that one, because I can't guarantee that one won't give you viruses. But yeah, the game is close to lost media. Also, hey, Hack. Also, I forgot to mention that Poker's in the chat. So, hi, Poke. Sorry I missed it. We were just on a tangent. Anyway, that was Eerie. With that being said, I'm going to probably put Eerie on C. All right. Evil. Now, okay. Now, I've put Evil twice because did you know, ironically, that there are two games named Evil that are both shit. there are two. If I had a nickel for every game, if I had a nickel for every indie horror game named Evil that was really shit, I'd have two nickels. It's not a lot, It's very weird that it happened twice. Now, this Evil is the classic one that a bunch of YouTubers played back in the day, and it was really bad. The aesthetic of the game was I guess the aesthetic was okay. I liked the hand drawn world design and stuff, but it had no substance. It had stuff like the media room that had random creepypasta stuff. I'm gonna probably have my editor show it on the screen instead of me showing gameplay for time reasons. But Evil was pretty bad. It was so bad that even Markiplier, and this is old Markiplier, by the way. This is like when Markiplier had a baby face, like babyface glasses Markiplier. He played the game, and he back then thought it was shit. And I'm telling you, if you try and rewatch some old Markiplier, the games that he played back then, we were starving for good horror content. It had random gore images and stuff. Even Mark back then thought the game was shit. I remember trying to watch it, and I was like, this sucks. It's that bad. Wait, I'm gonna put this in F. Now, Evil. This game, this Russian horror game, you know what? I still kind of feel guilty. I think I bullied them off of Steam. Apparently, I bullied the game off of Steam with my video. After I dropped my video, a couple of days/weeks later, I went to check the game on Steam because I did leave a review. It was a negative review that spoiled the game because it actually isn't possible to beat the game without knowing the code from another YouTuber. So my review was just the answer to one of the codes. I went back to check on the review, and the game was gone. Disappeared from Steam entirely. It was gone. No, there was no Evil to be found. Now, if you guys don't know what Evil is, and you would like to be enlightened, allow me to enlighten you. This is the only clip that you're ever going to need with regard to Evil. This is the only clip, and ironically enough, it's the most replayed part of the entire video. All right, here we go. Let's see. I'm going. I still can't believe that the jump scare, they only programmed the jump scare to show up in front of your vision. So if you just look down at your tits, it just shows that. Also, yes, that is the Miximo. That is the Miximo model. It is the Miximo zombie model. I think we knew that we were in for something. I need to find the opening cutscene. All right, the opening cutscene. We knew that we were in for something when the game started like this. I think we're just gonna have to wait. It said loading takes 1 to 5 minutes. Oh, we're waking up. All right, what's this? Oh! Oh man, yeah, no, it was this game was also really, really loud. This game, let me see if I can find a no commentary version just to show you how loud this game was. Like, I need to show you guys. Like, let me see if I can actually find it. If I can find a no commentary version that will show you just how loud this game was. How was it? How loud was it? It was ear rape loud. It's ear rape loud. It's very, very loud. Hang on. Evil horror game, no commentary. Let me see if I can go find it. Evil indie horror game. I found it. I found it. All right. You guys ready? Are you guys ready for like? First, I need to just make sure. I'm going to put the volume. I'm going to put the volume down. I'm going to put volume down. I'm going to put a low volume, and I'm not even going to show you it yet, just so I can just test where it is. All right. Let me just quickly put this. So I'm gonna be. I gotta. All right. Let me just quickly do this. Sorry. I gotta make it quiet. I gotta make it quiet for you guys. Hold. You might hear the jump scare. All right. Come on. When is the jump scare? I forgot where the jump scare was. Was it in this room? It was this room, I think. All right. All right. Wait, does he look through it? No! He doesn't do the, wait, he doesn't do the jump. Wait, does he not do the jump scare? Does he not do the jump scare? Okay, that's unfortunate. All right. Do I have to go find my own one? I don't think he does the jump scare. Hang on. Hold, lads. All right, where is it? Hold, chat, hold. I need some hold emotes in chat. Sorry, I'm just gonna. All right. Come on. All right, this one. All right, this one doesn't have it. All right, I'm gonna find someone. I'm gonna find someone else who played it. If I genuinely wish I could download this game again just to play it. All right, evil indie horror game. Let me just go find it. All right, I found another YouTuber playing it. Hang on, I found another YouTuber playing it. All right. Let's see if this one's loud enough. All right. Oh my god! All right, you guys ready? Are you guys ready? This is gonna be loud. This is gonna be loud. You guys ready? I found one. All right. There's even a countdown for you guys. All right, you ready?
So there's a key. Oh.
This room.
Somebody was here. Oh, whoa.
It's loud.
Pretty sure that's an actual person, like real life person.
Oh!
Fucking crap!
No. I had to put the volume down for you guys. But the jump scare was literally not. The jump scare was literally nothing. Like it was literally nothing.
Like real life person.
Like what? Like why did they just stick a microphone down the toilet and then flush it? Oh, and there was also another jump scare. If I remember that there was another jump scare. There was another jump scare, if I recall correctly, that had like all right, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. But there was another jump scare that was really, really loud for no reason as well. All right. Nope. Oh, he didn't get that jump scare. Did he not get that jump scare? Yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't. No, he didn't. But yeah, that's evil. Just for the titty jump scare, I'm gonna put it in a mega. Evil goes in a mega lol. What is this tier list about? This is the indie horror games tier list. The 99 indie horror games tier list. Now, I've been doing this for about 100 minutes now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly initiate a quick ad time to get a drink, and I'll be back after the break. And we are back. And we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the very next game on the list, and the next game of the list is Eyes. EYES. Yes. Now, there's something about Eyes I need to tell you about that I've told you about before. So Eyes is a very interesting case because the game used to have a really sexy ghost that was chasing you. Now wait, hold on. I'm now going to show you the clip. I'm gonna show you the clip. I'm going to show you the clip. Hang on, let me just do put this. Let me just do this. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, I'm just gonna put this. You ready for some old Markiplier riz? All right, here we go. All right.
Ah! Run! Oh, apples! Oh, hello, baby. What was that? That's like a ballet dancer.
It's just... I love how he was so panicked, and then he sees the jump scare.
Got another eye.
Like he's adjust the camera.
Ah! Run! Oh, apples! Oh, hello, baby. What was that? That's like a ballet dancer.
Hello, bro. It's such a good clip. Oh my god. Oh my god. God, I just love the transition from I'm so scared all the way to just hello, baby. It's like I'm a pilot. Welcome to the cockpit. All right, so that was the initial Eyes ghost, right? That was the original Eyes ghost. Now, I am going to now show you guys the reaction. I'm going to show you guys reaction to the same jump scare, but elsewhere with the build up with everyone's favorite comedian.
Alright. Then you won't be scared. Right. Fear is a choice.
Alright.
Remember that.
I won't. Alright, wait. I'm taking fear out. Fear is out. Fear is out.
Scared.
Exactly.
And remember that to everyone watching.
Exactly. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. What the fuck?
That's a real reaction.
I'm not scared.
It's like the. So yeah, head. I can't breathe. Oh my god! But yeah, so they changed the monster from big titty ballet dancer to head. Otherwise, quite literally pog champing. Just the like what
The fuck is hell?
Oh man, does she give head? I don't think you'd want. I don't think. Something tells me no, because you'll just bite your cock off. Just yeah, I bet you're one of the people that really like Melina. I'm not hearing you out. I'm not hearing you out. No. You think we're coming looking like a sponge? No, it'll be bro. I don't think you want. Hey, how did you know I like Melina? I knew it. See, you guys are knocking yourselves. You guys, listen. You guys are knocking yourselves here. Anyway, let me go and go back to EYES. I know this game because of Mark's reaction, but yeah. So with Eyes, the gameplay in which in Eyes and Tails is that you play as a robber. You play as a robber that is just thieving. You're literally just thieving. Apparently, the PC game got abandoned and the mobile game's like really polished. And I'm like, why? I mean, it does make sense. The title screen has the Google Play Store, but apparently the mobile version has a lot more stuff than the PC version does. But with that, it's a pretty simple game. I mean, the mechanic that I did like the mechanic of being able to see what the monster sees, which gives you time for you to be like, oh, I should probably like move away. I like that kind of view where you can switch between what the monster sees and what you see. But apart from that, though, it's pretty repetitive. I'd say it's probably about D tier, D or E tier. All right, Adolf, my beloved, adopt me, please. Anyway, Fears to Fathom. I have qualms about Fears to Fathom. I have my qualms about Fears to Fathom. I don't know. I don't know about Fears to Fathom. I liked the realism-induced scares. But apart from that, I kind of really just didn't like the... Like, what... I don't know. I think... We're talking about in general Fears to Fathom because it's chapter based. We're talking about all three of them. The environment and the aesthetic was good. The scares are really good because they were rooted in some form of realism, right? But apart from that, I don't know. This one's gonna be. I'm just gonna blindly do this one. I think I'm probably gonna put this one on B for now. That's why I'm just gonna let chat do this one. All right. The one that a lot of you guys have been waiting for. Five Nights at Freddy's. I have put most of the games on this list. We shall begin with the first one, and I'm going to be controversial with the first one. The first one is S. Now, hear me out on this one. You have to think about it for its time. The first one is S, because you have to think about, at the time, that kind of mechanic had never been seen before. Never been done before. Like, most of the horror games, especially the independent horror games that we got at the time, were just walking simulators or flashlight simulators or stuff made in the FPS creator engine. And it was just like that. FNAF basically took the fight, FNAF basically made you defenseless, but made you like defendless with a capital D. Like a real defenseless. Like all you could do was prevent the inevitable. That's literally all you could do. Like the animatronics were heading to your office one way or another. And also, the story was ambiguous enough for you to actually be really scared. You have to think about it at the time, because everyone knows nowadays all the mechanics of FNAF and the bollocks that Scott did with the story and all that kind of just stupid shit and everything. Everyone knows about that now. But you have to think about it at the time. People thought that the animatronics teleported around the place. And you know how scary it was playing for the first time and seeing just the animatronics in each of the cameras just like standing there, staring at you on the cameras. You know how creepy that was? It was pretty creepy. And also the rare Bonnie screens, the animatronics twitching when they get near to you, Golden Freddy randomly appearing in your office, somehow Markiplier got that on part 2 of his video. It's like, the first game is really, really good. The only qualm against the game is the fact it turns to a rage game once you keep on dying. But it was really something else. Like the phone guy dying at night 4 and then night 5 just being the Jadoon speaking through the phone. it's like everything in the first game was quite literally the perfect storm for what is, in my opinion, one of the scariest games ever made at the time. Now, we're all like old and everything. We're all old and we're old and crusty and raisins and stuff like that. So nowadays FNAF is just like FNAF. Most people just comment about which animatronic they want to, which modern animatronic they want to have sex with, which is like most of the Twitter discourse, either that or just the glam rocks and all that kind of stuff. It's basically that. But back then it was scary as hell. Well, with the exception of like, I guess I know furries latched onto Foxy at the time. Editor, don't bother. No, don't search. Don't need to do it. Also, those in the chat right now, don't search. Don't Google it. Don't Google it, by the way. But yeah, Foxy was like a very yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about the Foxy. But yeah, there was that with FNAF. FNAF was scary at the time. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This is gonna be, I don't know. What were we gonna say about Five Nights? I think I'm gonna put FNAF 2 in A. Because it took...
Horror via stresses is significantly worse than stress via horror, and I feel like FNAF 1 is a prime example of that.
Yes. It's horror via stress. That's exactly what I'm trying to go for. Now with FNAF 2, I think with FNAF 2 was a good sequel. I genuinely think it's a good sequel. Because I kind of appreciated that Scott went, because everyone says, I feel like too much stuff is going on in FNAF 2. But that's not the case. The only time that really applies is night 7, is the custom night. Because Scott balanced the game. Like, the first night and stuff is the toys. The second one is the toys. The third one's when they bring in the Wizards and the toys don't show up. And then the fourth one is the Wizards. Then the fifth one is the toys again. It's like I genuinely think it's pretty balanced. It's just that it got really egregious on night 6 and 7. But I think Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was more of a micromanaging simulator than FNAF 1 is. Personally. Now, I will say the music box was a bitch. The music box is a bitch in that game. I did not, the marionette, the pup, even when I was, fun fact, when I was recording background footage for FNAF 2, I needed to get some like footage of just the office, right? But I forgot that regardless of what night it is, even if everything's on 0, the puppet stays active, and it runs out really quickly on night 7, and it's really annoying, like really annoying. The animatronics designs, the Wizards were scary. The toys absolutely were not scary. I'm gonna say the toys were not scary whatsoever. They were not. They were not. Toy Bonnie was not scary. Toy Chica was not scary. And I'm also gonna say it. Scott knew what he was doing with Toy Chica. Also, speaking of Toy Chica, you know what? This is the perfect time for me to plug my own thing that I made. So if you guys don't know already, some news. Did you know that I did an animation, right? And the animation is now one of the most successful things that I've ever made. It has got 600,000, almost 600,000 plays on the talk. I'll just show you the animation. Let me just quickly start from the beginning. Let's see if it lets me start from the beginning. All right, you guys ready? All right, I'm just gonna start from the very top, and I'm just gonna go over here. All right, this right here.
Next time you look at a girl's butt, just know there's poop inside. Next
Oh,
time
God.
you look at a girl's butt, just know there's poop inside.
Oh my god! Yeah, so I got bored and I made it in the afternoon with Jed helping with the lip syncing, and I animated and did the visuals for the rest. And now it's my most successful TikTok, and I've seen people use it on reaction images. It's also on Twitter. It's posted on TikTok and my Twitter. So yeah. I did post it on YouTube, but I was like, nah. just keep it on these sites. So yeah. I've seen this used as a reaction image. I heard the person who made that Toy Chica model doesn't want it to be used, Lamau. I don't see the tweet anymore. There's no tweet saying that, so I'm like, it's literally the Kevin Hart image. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger. I thought the meme was funny. But yeah, there was that. So, Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Now, I feel like Thanos with regard to FNAF 3, where I'm like, perhaps I treated you too harshly. Maybe I was being too harsh. I fucking hated FNAF 3. I thought it was boring as shit. I thought it sucked chodes. The only thing that was going for it was the story, and even then, what I thought was a good conclusion, but it was boring as shit. It was boring as shit. Fazbear's Fright, though, as a location, Fazbear's Fright looked cool. The green was alright, but no, I thought it sucked chodes. I thought it deep-throated cucumbers. I did not like it. Alright, FNAF 4. Now, I've played this game the most. I didn't like FNAF 4. I don't really like FNAF 4 as much. I'm probably gonna put this one. I'm gonna put this one on B, actually. Because I feel like that game mechanic of relying on audio is not a good game mechanic. If you have a game mechanic where you have to crank your volume up to 100% just to hear minimal breathing in your ear, only to get your ears blown out by the loudest jump scare known to man, which half of the time is a gamble to get working. I didn't know. No. I also think that the fourth game, with regards to the mechanics of the fourth game, it wasn't really. I didn't really rate it as much as the others. I only really liked the only thing I liked about FNAF 4 was Fredbear. Personally, I thought Fredbear, and also the story between the nights. I was like, oh yeah, that's okay. But technically, it's an unfinished game because we never knew what's in that box. We never knew what was in that box. So I don't know. I did not really rate 4 as high. Like I played it the most, but I feel like the hearing mechanic needed more time in the oven. The hearing mechanic, I will say, Fun with Plush Trap is an extremely easy game. Like Fun with Plush Trap is really easy. It's just the other ones are just I don't know. Is Help Wanted there? No. Pizzeria Simulator. Pizzeria Simulator. Now, it's a good conclusion to the story, but the office segments are infuriatingly bad. But, like, listen, the office segments are infuriatingly, annoyingly bad. But the tycoon stuff, I really like the tycoon stuff, but are we rating it in the entire thing, or are we rating it just on? The tycoon gameplay is really good. I don't know. I don't know. Now the speech at the end makes up for it, but the speech at the end and the tycoon part makes up for a really subpar office segment. Because that was a good conclusion. As a conclusion, would be great. That's a good franchise conclusion because it ties up all the loose ends. Oh god, you know what? It's actually starting to piss me off. It tied up all the loose ends, and yet there's fucking more. How? What? How? There should not be more. Oh man. Like quite literally how? Oh, never mind. Anyway, Sister Location. Okay, Sister Location is going to be a controversial one. I did not like Sister Location, personally. I thought it was too bloated. That's my take on Sister Location. I've said this. I've kind of said my take on Sister Location in my main channel video, but I felt like it was way too bloated. Actually playing it is really it's a chore. It is a chore to play, and some of the mechanics are like, oh wow, it's wow. So some of the mechanics are just like like the circus baby minigame, the spring locks, like I kind of liked the changes in mechanics in each night. But you know how bloated it was? You had so many gameplay styles that weren't even elaborated on. Like you had like the Funtime Freddy one, you had the parts and service, you had the spring lock mechanic, you had the Funtime Foxy in the auditorium, you had traditional FNAF gameplay with Ennard. It's I don't know, I feel like it sucks, dude. Or no way you put security breach below bendy. See, but F means it's actually genuinely bad. Omegalol means that it's funny bad. Like, Omegalol means it's funny bad. Where's Bendy in the Dark Revival? I don't know. Where is it? It's somewhere. I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. It's not there. Alright, Franbo. Now this is a classic. Now this right here is a classic. Now I have not played this on T9, so I'm not rating it on what I've played on T9 recently. But I've seen gameplay when I was younger. I played a bit of it when I was younger. It is really good. So I think I'm going to make an exception I'm going to put this on the IDK, but in parentheses, I'm going to make my editor edit this. In parentheses, editor, I'd say I would put this an S or A. In fact, you know what? Just for the thing, I'm just going to do this for clarity's sake. I'm putting this an S, but I've not played it for T9. What's good? I've not played it for T9 yet. Oh, yeah, you like the image for Hello Neighbor? Oh yeah, fun fact about Hello Neighbor. How does a game get worse from the alpha? Well, yeah, you like the image I used for Hello Neighbor? Dear Dream Studios, honored to be at B. Hey, developed by the, if you don't know, developer of Cooking Companions. Hello, hey Dear Dream, how are you doing? Show them the PNG. Fine, I'll show you guys the PNG. Hold on a second. Hold on. Uno secondes, Silvus plate. If I can find it. Where did I put it? I'll get a high res version of it. Let me quickly go and get a high resolution version of the tier itself. That'll probably be the best thing to do. Where is it? Right here. Oh man, I still cannot believe. Apparently the guy who did this got fired. And you know, to that I say good. Because why would you beg it that hard? That is just... Sorry, I think about it to this day, and I'm just like, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? Because what they think was gonna happen? MatPat just turns around and goes, wow, I've been asked so many times by the developers of Hello Neighbor to go and make a video about Hello Neighbor. It's no. Happy's Humble Burger Farm. Now, I actually really enjoyed this one. Happy's Humble Burger Farm. I really liked how fleshed out the world was. Because you'd think of a game of that caliber that would be something really simple that you can just slap out in about 30 minutes. But no, for T9, it took me about 5 hours. I still haven't, well, not 5 hours. It took me about like 3 to 4 hours, and I still haven't beaten it on T9, but I beat it in my own time, and it was really, really enjoyable. The stuff that you can do, I think there's just something about retail horror games that hit different, because I've not worked retail, but I know how stressful it is. How many of you guys in chat work retail right now? Put a show of hands in chat. A show of hands in chat if you are currently employed in a retail working environment right this instant. And for those of you guys who are, for those of you guys who are in a retail working environment, clap if you hate your job. Thank fuck I'm not anymore. Also, how much delay have I got in the chat? I used to be at C. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Got an actual sex worker in chat. You work to see. Oh my god, I am so sorry. The amount of times you probably had to walk up to people in the store and ask them if they need help. I'm job hunting and my local CX seems to be the only place that doesn't hate disabled people. Is it over for me? All I'm going to say, it depends on where the CEX is. It really depends on where it is, because if it's a CEX in London, run so far away, run away as far as you can. I live in the middle of nowhere. Okay, for those of you guys who don't know what CEX is, let me give you some lore. Let me give you some lore with an umlaut. Let me get some lore. So, for those of you guys who know what CEX is, CEX, or they actually officially, I'm not joking, they actually genuinely pronounce it as sex. The store is pronounced sex. It is a store where you sell, buy and sell used goods. This is what one of the stores look like. It's an entertainment exchange. I think sex quite literally stood for computer exchange. Basically, it's phones, games, electronics, computing, stuff like that. Amiibos, VR stuff, microphones, graphics tablets, basically any electronics in general. And fun fact, also thank you Irons for gifting a sub. Fun fact about sex, right? Fun fact, I went there, and they had a copy of Silent Hill on the PlayStation 1. A physical copy of Silent Hill on the PS1. I bought it. Want to know how much that cost me? Want to know how much that sent me back? 70 quid. 70 quid. 70 Great British pounds. They also had a physical copy of Parappa the Rapper. Wanna know how much that cost me? Let me see some guesses. Let me see some guesses in the chat. 70, 50, 190, 50, 185 pounds. It sent me back 85 Great British pounds for a physical copy of Parappa the Rapper. 85. Now, I saw on display there was a physical copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day. Want to know how much that cost? There's a physical copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day. 70, 100, 110, 105, 100, 200, 100. It was 330 pounds. For a cartridge of Conker's Bad Fur Day. A cartridge of not even the package. I'm gonna tell you, it's not even the package. It's just the cartridge of Conker's Bad Fur Day for 330 pounds. CX is just legal money laundering. Now, do you know? Now, the thing about CX as well is that it's, you know, the most annoying thing about the store is, I walk into the store, right? I walk into the store and you want to give back. You want to sell something that you own, and they always, I don't know for the people who've worked at CX before, but how do they always think of the most bollock reasons to drop the price and the rate of your item? Oh, there's just there's a tiny smidgen of a thing on your camera, so we're gonna sell it for we're gonna buy it from you for 10 quid. Is it like, does CX have it in their contract that they have to figure out a way to cuck you out of decent money for an item? Is it in the contract? I want to know. Anyway, we completely sidetracked. Happy Stumble Burger Farm. I think I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna put this one A. I think Scythe Dev Team did a good job with this one. Ebe goes without saying. I'm on observation duty. This is, by the way, this is all, I'm talking about all 5. Also, hey Thab, how do you clean off the feeling of disgust from your body? Showering? I'm on observation duty. I'm counting all 5 of them in one, and I think I really enjoy it. It feels repetitive though. I'm gonna be a bit quick with some of these. I'm gonna put this one in C. I'm scared. I don't know if that will fix the feeling this time. Drinking? Water? I'm scared. Now, I'm scared is, I would put it on S just for how like, you know, influential that game is for meta horror, indie horror games, right? But I will say towards the end of the game, the constant restarting of the game where you have to close and open and close and open and close and open again is like, is ridiculous. Like, it's closing and opening and closing and opening and closing and opening, and also the fact that you have to restart the game and get all achievements is like, ugh. I will say though, I will say the damage that my T9 thumbnail did is I am like, the absolute damage that it did was like unheard of, because what's it called? I found it really funny that my T9 video, the original I'm Scared video, got demonetized because of the thumbnail. Now I'm gonna give you some quick lore about it. Also, I saw what you wrote, Poke. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Message me after. Message me after the stream. But yeah, as I was saying, so let me show you the T9 thumbnail for I'm Scared, a pixelated nightmare. This is the uncensored T9 thumbnail. Let me quickly go get it. Right here. Right here. This is the T9 thumbnail. Right? And everyone was like, oh my god! YouTube deleted the thumbnail and forced me to change it. Which was really interesting to me, because the thumbnail for the VOD is still fully monetized. This is the thumbnail for the VOD. This is a thumbnail for the VOD. It's fully monetized. That's the thumbnail for part 1 of the VOD. Oh, it gets better, guys. It gets a lot better. Let me go find the second VOD. Everyone's like, oh, this is fully monetized, and this one got demonetized. All right, now I revisited the game recently on my second channel, and this time I did this for the thumbnail. It's fully monetized. It's fully, to make that make sense. Make this make sense to me. And then just said, this one's fully, this one's fully monetized, and she has bigger tits. This one got demonetized, and this one got demonetized. It's not the plot. Because I also did, hang on, let me go try and find the I'm Scared thumbnail. I did this for I'm Scared Revisited. And this got fully monetized. Make it make sense. I quite literally make it make sense. All I'm gonna say though is that, man, to Ivan, if you're ever watching this, sorry but not sorry. Why did you make her aka Coom Lady so dummy thick? Like why did you do that? Why'd you do that, man? Anyway, I'm gonna put I'm Scared in A though. I'm Scared definitely goes in A. I ain't complaining. We good. All right, input 6. Input 6 is interesting because I liked that mechanic that they did. How you had 15 minutes to beat the game. But it felt a bit, I don't know. It felt a bit, it was a really cool, innovative idea, and the aesthetic was good, and it was made in the Godot engine, or the Godot engine, and I thought it was made on Unity. And I was really surprised. No, this is good. I'm gonna put this on B. Also, ironically enough, PokeCat did edit this video. Like, PokeCat is an official editor because she edited this video and did a pretty decent job at it. All right, next one. Inside. Come on. Come on now. All right. Inside the Backrooms. This one kind of, I mean, ironically enough, it's the latest T9 video. If you guys didn't know already, I've uploaded onto T9, and it's the latest T9 video. So if you want to watch PokeCat screaming like Tom from Tom and Jerry, it's right here. It's right here. It's less scary when it's multiplayer, but yeah, Inside the Backrooms was a bit. I don't know. I didn't. It wasn't enjoyable. It wasn't enjoyable. I didn't really feel anything playing it. I'm just gonna put it here. Can you please play the scream later? I want the watch time on that video. Iron Lung. I think Iron Lung is S. I think Iron Lung is S tier. I'm gonna be real with you, chieftains. I think Iron Lung is S tier. I will say though, I'm interested to see how Markiplier is gonna pull off the movie. I've been debating with this with a lot of people in my server, right? I've been debating that Markiplier, the all caps Markiplier emotes is probably one of the most cursed emotes I have. Why did Richard make that an emote? Oh man. Anyway, I'm interested to see how Mark is going to make Iron Lung, because if I recall correctly, Markiplier is writing, directing, editing, producing, and starring, and wants this to be theatrically released. I don't know, dude. I don't know, because I watched the teaser trailer, and I want it to be I want it to be good. But at the same time, I've seen YouTubers make a very good theatrical horror movie. If you guys haven't seen already, I strongly recommend you guys watch Talk to Me. Talk to Me was directed by Raka Raka. Raka Raka already had filmmaking pedigree on a filmmaking pedigree with regards to just making skits and stuff on YouTube. Talk to Me is a really well-made movie, a full team behind it, and it was directed by Raka Raka. I don't, unless I can be proved wrong, the teaser trailer for Iron Lung didn't really sell me on the aesthetic of the Iron Lung itself, because I was gonna say my own take is that that was also their film debut. My take is that the set, it looks like a YouTube original. It looks like a YouTube original thing. It quite like I looked at the trailer, and if it wasn't Iron Lung, I would think that it was just going to be called like in the deep with Markiplier. I don't know. I don't know. Like, what has me hopeful is that Dave is working working on it, and Andrew Hirschholz is also working on it. But apart from that, I don't know. Something about that camera style. Yeah, I mentioned it before. Something about the camera style being off. I don't know though. We'd have to see more content from it. We'd have to see more content, because I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. I love when YouTubers like make it. You know what I mean? I love when YouTubers make it. And we've seen Raka Raka we've seen Raka Raka make a good movie. Like a YouTuber duo make an actual extremely good movie that was picked up by A24 and it's competently shot and everything, and it looks and feels like a theatrically released production. The thing is that it's good seeing YouTubers make it, but also we have to get real. we have to get real. But yeah, I will say, before we move on to the next game, it has been another like 40 minutes, so it's time once again to initiate another ad time. Are you sitting comfortably? Enjoying the stream maybe? Do you want more content while being able to support the streamer in question? Well, why don't I introduce you to Twitch Prime? Or subscribing, whichever works. By subscribing to this channel, you directly support me and the content I'm trying to make. Whether it be pretending to be scared by random horror game 483, or maybe losing my mind at yet another rage game that I found from the dark depths of Steam. Subscribing allows me to put more budget and effort into the things you love to see week in and week out. If you subscribe, you get a fancy little icon next to your name that you can flex to others about how cool you are. The longer you're subscribed, the cooler your icon gets. And that's not all. Twitch subscribers get access to a super secret chat in my Discord server where you can chat with fellow rich kids. Wait, hang on. Are you serious? This wasn't part of the script. Fellow patrons, and suggest games for me to play and things for me to watch. You can also chat to me after streams for exclusive looks at new videos. But wait! There's more. Each week I also have movie nights where we watch the latest and greatest films as well as some classics. So what are you waiting for? Go and subscribe or use your Twitch Prime to get a free subscription. And now back to whatever it is we were doing. And we are back! Once again. The next game on the list, It Steals. Man, needs no more introduction. It Steals as a Jeff the oh, Jeff Cube. Sorry, Jeff Cube is like is definitely right. Layers of Fear. I don't like Layers of Fear. Alright, Limbo. Little Nightmares 1. I think I'm gonna sneeze. The sneeze is gone. Alright, I'm being quick with some of them because there's not much I can say in detail. So I'm gonna speed run through a couple of them before I get to stuff that we're interested in. Little Nightmares 2. I'm putting both of them going A. Actually, no, I didn't like. A was kind of 2 was a bit buggy compared to what. I'm gonna move Little Nightmares down to B because it was a bit buggy. It was buggy. No, which one? No, but 2 was buggier than the first one. Yeah, no, I think that's the right thing. Lost in Vivo. I really like this one. I'm gonna put this up there. Sorry, it's a good game. Love Sam. I think Love Sam. I'm going to be quick with this one as well. I'm going to put this one. Let's be quick with some of them so I can be more articulate with like the bigger ones on the list. This is probably going to offend some developers, just being like, what do you mean bigger one? All right. Mad Father. All right. Okay. The Great Debate. Which one? All right. The Great Debate. Mad Father or Misao? Like Mad Father or Misao? Now the thing is, the reason I personally liked I liked Misao just because of the other characters, and also Misao, the protagonist for Misao is very funny, very funny because she doesn't care. Also, Misao probably has the most death, the most ways to die in any game, in any RPG Maker game. Literally everything in Misao can kill you, even a telephone. I remember I was in disbelief. How did a phone? How did a phone kill him? But yeah, I will say I'm gonna put I'm thinking with Mad Father. I really like it because the thing is that I just really like the aesthetic of Mad Father. Just the Wolf RPG editor. This developer's really good at it because just the ending is so creepy with like him just going, oh yeah, just oh yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna put Mad Father on A, but I think I have to get real. I gotta put Misao on. Oh, I didn't like. You know what I didn't like about it? I'm gonna put down for Misao. I didn't like the redemption of the teacher. That teacher was a pedophile. Like, that teacher was a nonce, and they tried to do a redemption arc for the teacher, and I'm like, what? They tried to like humanize the teacher by saying I got bullied when I was younger, so that gives me excuses to sexually assault a class a student and then kill him. Like that was like I can be real. The game could be good for that, but I just didn't like that. Did not sit right with me. That was like that was. Like I would rate her, but that I did not like the developer trying because the teacher was the main protagonist. How did you forget about the teacher? He's the main antagonist. That's why the curse kind of starts, because that's who Misao gets murdered by, and the teacher does murder a few of the other characters as well. I'm just like, that one just didn't feel right, because the teacher was not only Nancy, but was going after like Misao's like hands and stuff, and then chopped. And the original version of Misao had her body parts chopped and everything. It's like, what the fuck? And they had the nerve to with a straight face have an extra thing at the ending to try and redeem the teacher with like a sad backstory and then a reincarnation arc. That was weird. that was weird, man. Thank you, Screeching Euro, for the Prime. Everyone's like, but if you go watch the VOD, if you watch the VOD of Misao, which is available on Thafnine and the T9 video, you will see what I mean by like the redemption of the teacher. Just A isn't earned, and just no. Like that's the one time where I was like, damn, Misao is extremely justified. Like why are we attempting to assist the teacher in anything, in any way, shape, or form? Misao was 100% justified. Anyway, Madison. Was Madison the one with the femboy protagonist? Don't even think about it, by the way. Don't even think about it. Wasn't Madison the one with the protagonist that sounded, it was basically just a femboy protagonist? I thought the game was competently made, but the ending was just, I don't know. The ending was like, you have to kill yourself. The ending. But I will give it kudos for being competently made. I'm putting this one on C. Monstrum. Did I tell you about the lore behind Monstrum 2? I think I did on the last time I did this tier list. Did I tell you about the lore about how I went to a convention, and in the convention they had a big banner for Monstrum 2, right? A massive booth for it. And I remember I now think it was Pricey. I was with Pricey, and I went to the Monstrum 2 booth because I literally said, oh my god, Monstrum 2? The sequel to Monstrum? Monstrum was a really good single player horror game. So I remember talking to the staff member there, and they were talking about how what's it called? Monstrum. They asked me what I liked about Monstrum, and I was honest. I said Monstrum was a really nice experience for a single player horror game. There's not many horror games that are set in the environment that Monstrum is set in that does it really well. And I was like, Monstrum was pretty good. The monster was scary, and it was a nice experience. It was a nice single player experience. Now, they asked me about Monstrum 2, and I said that I would very much like the same single player experience. The developer nervously laughed and said, "Oh, I think Monstrum it will be a good experience for you. You should go try Monstrum on the PCs that are at the booth." So I'd go to the booth and I start playing it, and it's a Dead by Daylight clone, and I break it within 30 seconds. But regardless of that, I'm like, I guess I had to be really nice and say I enjoyed it. I guess I enjoyed it. So they gave me a free key for Monstrum 2. They also gave a key to Pricey. And when I got home, I messaged John Wolf about it, about Monstrum 2. I just wanted to know in general just what Monstrum 2, like, did you play it? And John gives me some lore. John tells me that Monstrum 2 is a byproduct of the developers being greedy. Apparently they had the blueprint and the character designs and the monster designs for a good single player experience, but they wanted to chase the bag that Dead by Daylight had. So to chase the bag of Dead by Daylight, they converted the game into a multiplayer game, and no one liked it. Everyone hated it. And apparently they started banning people from the Discord server for being against the turn to a multiplayer horror game, and now the game's dead. The game has been dead. Apparently John Wolf and a bunch of other YouTubers played Monstrum 2 really, really early on, and they gave feedback to the developer saying, make it single player. You have the design, the aesthetic, and the production value for a really good single player game, but they didn't listen. They specifically they literally just told all the YouTubers to go get bent, and what ended up happening was that the game kind of got abandoned. You can look at the Steam reviews now. The Steam reviews are pretty scathing. They dead-realmed themselves. But the first game holds a special place in my heart for being really damn good. I don't think there's anything bad I could really say about the game personally, so I'm going to put it at S until further notice. Next game, Mr. Hop's Playhouse. When I tell you the bag, the fumbling of the bag, I have never. I like Moonbit. I pledged to their Patreon. I was a pledge for so long. They gave me a free key for Mr. Hobbs Playhouse 2 and Mr. Hobbs Playhouse 3. Mr. Hobbs, and the thing is, Mr. Hobbs Playhouse 1 was so good. It was so good, dude. Like, the first game was terrifying. It was the perfect clock tower aesthetic. You were only armed with the your hearing, and that was it. You had to have headphones in to play the game properly, or else you were definitely going to die. But the fact that you didn't see Mr. Hop much in the game, you didn't see it at all. And you had to avoid him as much as possible. The aesthetic of that game, and the fact that the original version of the game had Ruby have a gun, and the parents' bedroom had blood in it, it was dark, and I loved it. The first game is really good, but it did have some caveats in that it was pretty much just a walking simulator and everything. The Mr. Hobbs Playhouse trilogy is like the game just found the winning lottery ticket and then set it on fire. Yeah, they had it had the setup for something really, really good. But yeah, the first one, the only caveat is that it was at the end of the day walking from one side to the other, collecting tapes, and that's it. But the chase sequences were good, and it was pretty damn scary. Like, Mr. Hop was like, it was unexplainable as well. That was the big thing. It was unexplainable. It was just a giant plush bunny demon thing. That's it. That was it. It's very similar to my own plush, I guess, except for the actually no, to be fair, it's a big plush. But anyway, yeah, it was a pretty ambiguous game. Then the second game decided to add lore. And they started adding, they literally did the corpse party thing where instead of having the agency on Sachiko, they were like, oh no, it was witches. It was the witch trials. It was a bunch of murders and all that kind of stuff. Mr. Hobbs Playhouse 2 was bloated, but the voice acting was decent. It just wasn't as good as the first game. The third game though, oh my god. Oh my god. And you know what pisses me off? The cover art. It's so good. They got Snartles to do they got Snartles to do the cover art. The cover art goes unequivocally hard as nails. But then they took the mobile game pill, because I remember between Mr. Hops Playhouse 2 and Mr. Hops Playhouse 3, they had that mobile game, Mr. Hops Manor Escape, and I remember playing it and I was like, this doesn't feel like a Mr. Hop game. Like, they had random with the skeletons, the boss battles, the ending, the main ending of that game being the worst thing you're ever going to see. It's like, it's crazy. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills seeing all these people praise Mr. Hops Playhouse 3 for being like, oh, what a satisfying conclusion to the arc. I was like, what? What are you guys playing at? You guys taking the piss? They literally did a corpse party blood drive. Anyway, next one. Mr. Tomatoes and Ms. Lemons. This one's going to be a bit weird. Mr. Tomatoes and Ms. Lemons. Now, the thing about Ms. Lemons is bullshit hard. I'm gonna say it. Ms. Lemons is bullshit hard. Like, the amount of things that the game has to work against you is unbelievable. But it is a top tier, like it's a top tier game down to the connection factor. That shit was cool. That was awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never been like, it's such a like I said, I'm a sucker for meta horror stuff. When those games, the way the games interact with each other, taking items from one game to the other, if one of the characters dies in the other game, the other character gets affected by it. Ms. Lemon's like being so powerful that if you get kicked out of Ms. Lemon's, you can't play Mr. Tomatoes because Ms. Lemon's kicks you out of Mr. Tomatoes as well. The pure connection factor between both of those games was really, really smart, and I wish more games did that. But as a game, it's not really all that. The connection factor carries the game so hard. So for that, I'm going to put Ms. Lemons and Mr. Tomatoes in B. I'm actually going to put Mr. Tomatoes in C, but for the reason that Mr. Tomatoes is a parody of that game. Was the game of the pumpkin. That I go like, nope, I don't want that. It's not really as polished as Ms. Lemons. Anyway, my friendly neighborhood. This goes without saying, I personally really enjoyed the game. There are some caveats about it, but I enjoyed my friendly neighborhood. It's basically Puppet RE4, RE7 because it's first person. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's S tier though. But it's I'd say a lot. I think what I really didn't like, what I didn't like about My Friendly Neighborhood was the last part of the game. Personally, it was the last part of the game. That last part of the game was exhausting, and also they could have done so much with that section of the game where it turns into My Unfriendly Neighborhood, but it's literally just a 5 minute, it's 2 minutes of walking and then a boss battle that wasn't really a boss. It didn't feel like a boss. It just felt like you can. I don't think I was in any danger during that boss battle. There wasn't any agency. I feel like the ending kind of soured my opinion on the game, but everything leading up to that point, it had a really strong first 2 acts. The first 2 acts of the game were extremely strong. I feel like it got to the point where the developers had to find a way to end the game. I actually genuinely I thought this is a take that I have about the game. I thought it would have been more profound, I guess more profound inverted commas, if the game ended at the point where you climb to the top of the tower to finally do the fixing stuff. I thought we were going to die then. I genuinely thought the choices that I made throughout the game would lead to the player character dying at that top, like finally reaching the top, getting struck by lightning and dying. I knew it was like a reference or something, but I didn't really feel. I thought the game ended when he got struck and got sent to like the floor. But no, it just had a really tacked on ending. I really enjoyed how the main character was done with everything as well, yeah. But it felt like a really weird tacked on ending, and the developer was like, oh shit, we need to actually have an ending here. Oh shit, we done fucked up here. But apart from that, very enjoyable game. That's the only reason why the game's not an S for me. But I enjoyed my friendly neighborhood. What if he did die? I'd think that was an interesting ending if it was one of the endings and not the main one. Because I was sold at the back of my mind on multiple endings. All right, Night Blights. Night Blights is a classic. You know what? We're gonna start rating a couple of these pretty quickly now. Night Blights. I think I'm gonna put this one on. The latter half of the game turns into a bit of a frustration loop, but the character designs of the Night Blights designs are really good. The gameplay mechanic, we were playing as like a minuscule sized toddler running the length of the house at like 2 a.m. trying to make sure the blights don't kill us, and I thought that was pretty cool. I also like the death screens in the game, like having the death screens feel like a children's book. It kind of upped the creep factor in my opinion. Night of the Consumers, unfinished, so I can't really rate it. So I'm probably gonna, because a retail horror game in general, I'm probably actually gonna put it on B. I'm just looking through the games that I have. Let's see, The Night Ripper. Glad you liked it. I'm beyond excited to have been able to work with people who made My Friendly Neighborhood. It's such a cool contrast to something like, say, Poppy Playtime or Garten of Banban. Yeah, it's like the passion. But I will say, I have a take about Poppy Playtime, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The Night Ripper, I think it's Puppet Combo's best game. I have not played Stay Out of the House yet, so I can't comment, but I think the Night Ripper is definitely A, if not S. Like, I think the Night Ripper is one of I'm gonna put Night Ripper on S actually. I genuinely think the Night Ripper is an S tier game. No players online. I did not like that. I did not like the whole trope of my dead wife thing. I did not like it. I did not like the my wife trope, but the ARG was fun. I'm gonna put this on C. Because the game itself, the concept is cool, but they didn't really elaborate on it other than the ARG. I just didn't like it. One Late Night kind of sucked balls. The sequel's even worse. Please don't remind me of Borat. I won't. Outlast. Okay. I think No Players Online was made by one of the Spookware fellas. Yeah, I think the concept is really good, but I think the execution, apart from the ARG was awesome. but the game itself wasn't. I'd say it's I'm gonna put no players on the keep no players online here. Outlast is, I'm gonna say it, it's good. You thought I was gonna say it was bad. No, it's not bad. Outlast is actually pretty good. Outlast 1 is pretty good. I did not like Outlast 2. I thought that sucked balls. I thought that swallowed balls. Phasmophobia. I have 13 hours of Phasmophobia footage recorded for a T9 video. I want to make a big movie and we're going to call it the Ultimate Phasmophobia Experience. I've recorded Phasmophobia ever since I had the PNG. It's going to be the progression of Phasmophobia footage all the way from the very first versions of the game to it now. There will be Phasmophobia stream soon. That's a guarantee. But Phasmophobia is a fun with friends, and I'm going to put that in A because for it being the first of it and it being in VR, it's so damn good. All right. Now we get to some controversy. Let's get to some controversy. Poppy Playtime. Now, Poppy Playtime. The business practices of the developers are really scummy. The developers, and it kind of sucks so much as well because I kind of, I think Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 is actually it's pretty fucking effective. Like I'm gonna say it. Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 is I think the vent chase sequence is up there with one of the scariest chase sequences in any horror game. Debate me. I genuinely think that vent sequence in Chapter 1, it's well animated, and Huggy Wuggy is actually genuinely bloody fast. That vent sequence is really good because the entire time you're sold on the entire time you're sold on like Huggy Wuggy being a big monster that probably moves slowly and like stares at you and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden he climbs into the vents as fast, like faster than you. You have little to no reaction time to look back. You have little to no reaction time to look back. You need to run as fast as you can. I feel like also that mechanic with the two hands as well, it was bare bones, but it was something different. I feel like Chapter 1 was well made. Chapter 1 was well made and carpenter made. I will stand by that set. I'll stand by that take to the day I die. I genuinely think Chapter 1, if it was just Chapter 1, and we were rating Poppy Playtime on just Chapter 1 as the concept there, instead of having, imagine if it didn't have like the ending, imagine if it didn't have like a cliffhanger ending and it was just on its own. If Poppy Playtime was its own thing on its own with all of that, I probably actually would have put Poppy Playtime A in A. I actually genuinely would have. But it didn't. Chapter 2 happened and it was really, really lame. And the developers' business practices were really, really lame. Like, it was really, like, the business practice of making Chapter 1 free, but then making Chapter 2 a DLC to the rest of the game, which now costs money. I was like, that's scummy. Also the NFT thing, also the drama between the developers and other developers and YouTubers and everything. It's no. Also the forced merchandising of the characters and everything. It was I'm actually gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on C. Although I will say I actually went and watched the trailer for Chapter 3, and I think they could cook. they could cook. I genuinely think the developers could cook. I am going to let them cook for chapter 3 because you know what I actually appreciate? I appreciate that they're going all in on the scary imagery. I do appreciate that they're actually going all in on the whole, like, inverted commas, R-rated look for Poppy Playtime. I do appreciate that. So I'm going to let them cook. Don't I'm not really a point of authority in horror games, but don't disappoint me. Devs, I know you're watching this. I know you're going to watch it eventually, but don't disappoint me. I'm going to let you cook. Maybe I treated you too harshly. Project Cat. I'm probably going to be a bit quick with this one. I think I'm going to put Project Cat. It was decent for a game maker game, but I don't know. I think it was the art. I think it was carried by the art. I'm probably going to put this here though. Project Cat, you can watch that on T9 or on Thafvods. Psycho no Satoka, I played this. From what I've heard, that it was buggy as shit and it's not scary, but the AI I've heard is pretty decent. Like the developer, the game isn't even it's not really down to being scary. It's just the developer trying to flex the AI in that game. But it was really buggy. It was really buggy when I played it. Maybe I should replay it, but I'm going to put that one on D. Sally Face. I'm going to put that on I don't know because I'm planning on replaying this game soon. I'm going to replay this game soon. If I'm going to rename this to I don't know, playing on T9 soon. There we go. I'm actually going to replay this game. I'm going to replay this game on T9 soon. This is going to be an I don't know. I've played it before, but I want to play it again. I'm not going to give this one a rating because I am going to play it very, very soon. All right. SCP-087. Do you know what? You know what? A bit of a tangent here. I heard the Psycho Dev was a weirdo. Yeah, I heard that too. And I heard that too. I just haven't investigated that because I kind of don't give a shit. Well, if it's really bad, then I'll give a shit. But right now, I just don't give a shit. Anyway, SCP-087. I actually was interested. Does anyone know where this image came from? Not the smile dog. You know that smile, right? This smile right here. Basically, Markiplier thumbnails in 2013. Everyone tells me it comes from Smile Dog, but this image, I'm pretty sure predated it. I wonder where the smile came from. I wonder where the smile came from. This is basically, it's one of the most iconic images in horror. But 087 was pretty fun. I'm probably going to put this one at A because it was it's kind of cheating. It's SCP. All right, SCP Containment Breach goes without saying. Also, fun fact, I have I'm up in the speedrun record list. It depends on when the T9 video is out, but there will be a T9 video documenting my efforts to speedrun SCP Containment Breach. All right, Shipwreck 64, I was told to ignore that one, so I'm going to put that on I don't know. Siren Head 2020. I'm going to say it right now. I miss Siren Head. I miss when Siren Head was a trend. It was special. it was special. I think Siren Head games, even though Siren Head games, they got derivative. He was cool. Siren Head himself was cool, and I think Siren Head 2020 was a pretty decent entry to the Siren Head like franchise. Granted, though, I didn't like the mechanic of if you died at any point in the game ever, you ended up losing all of your progress. Also, wait, hang on. I have got essential Siren. Wait, hang on, hold. We've got essential Siren Head content. Essential Siren Head content coming through. If I still have it. All right, I'm just gonna play it.
17:30. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. 17:30. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
Look, imagine if you were in a forest, and from a distance, all you hear is
17:30. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
I'd just die right then and there. All right. Anyway. Next one. Slender the Arrival. I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna put this on A. The only reason why it's not on S is repetition. But I don't know. S or A. Oh. It is one of my favorite horror. It represents an era of purity. An era of purity in indie games. Slender the Arrival on its own. And yes, the game is getting an update. If you didn't know already, let me quickly show you guys. Slender remake. Slender the Arrival 10-year anniversary update. There it is. There it is. Here's the trailer. Look at that Unreal Engine. UE5, yeah. Good, the house looks crusty. All of these look crusty, yeah. I do like this new I do like this new mines. I like the new mines. Hit me with that nasty motion blur. I will say though, why is Slender looking so short? Like, Slender, did you shrink? Why is he looking so fucking short? I made that. What eye level? But yep, there it is. New Slender. And the thing is, some of the visuals I actually don't like. Like, the 8 pages looks really, really blue. Editor, could you get the comparison on the screen right now? I hope they fix that for the release, because they're making it on Unreal Engine 5 instead of Unity, which the original one was on. And I'm like, the game still holds up. You don't need to change much. Just make it look nicer. Well, anyway, Slendy Tubbies. Now, the first 2 games kind of suck balls, but they're fun with friends. The third game is goofy fun though. I'm going to put Slendy Tubbies in, we're gonna be honest here. I'm gonna put it in B. I'm going to put it in B. If we're rating it on the franchise, like, the developer knows that Slendy Tubbies 1 and 2 are dog shit. The third one is great. Soma. I think, I'm gonna say it, Frictional's best. This and Amnesia. Sonic no, okay. Now, if I was rating it on Sonic.EYX, EYX would be about B. EYX would be B. But Sonic.EYX, I cannot take the game seriously. What with the stolen the stolen images, the way Kefka love and everything. No. This is that. Listen, the game is shit, but it's funny shit. That's why it's in Omega LOL. That is why it's in Omega LOL tier. Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. All right, we're gonna be quick with these ones. I think S or A. I think I'm gonna put it on S. All right. Sweet 776. Underrated one, actually. I really like this one. I think Sweet 776 is a pretty good and scary horror game. Let's be quick. Tattletale. Okay. Now, the game mechanics of Tattletale I didn't really like. Like, it was very inconsistent with the don't make noise, make a noise. It was very, it was very inconsistent with the making noise thing. But, I will say, Tattletale is way ahead of its time. Tattletale is way ahead of its time. If it was released nowadays, it would have done gangbusters. But I'm glad that the developers made Tattletale, made the DLC, and that was it. I appreciate that the game was what it was. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna put it. Oh no! Don't scam me while I'm putting it on the tier list. No. I'm just gonna put it in B. Put it in A. All right. The Baby in Yellow. The Baby in Yellow was surprisingly good. Yeah. The Baby in Yellow was surprisingly good. But it's still a like, it's like a, I don't know. Actually, I think the Baby in Yellow actually went a bit hard from the original demo, where the demo was just do stuff with baby and baby's creepy. The elaboration on the story is insane. It got milked like hell. It's not finished. I don't think it got milked like hell. It's still in development. And I think the stuff they've done is pretty good. Unless they've been doing like paid for DLC that I'm not aware of. I thought it was pretty good. Because it doesn't take itself seriously. I think it's pretty, I think it's alright. Alright. The convenience store. Now the convenience store is a bit weird because there's a lot of Chiller's Art games that I could have done. I just went for the one that I played and I thought was most accessible. Now the convenience store, I think Chiller's Art's done better games than that, but there's something about the convenience store that I really liked. Again, it's retail horror, but it's like retail J horror. It was I'm gonna keep this one on B. I'm gonna be simple with that. The Crooked Man. I'm gonna be controversial. I think this one's B as well, because I don't think you understand. That game, I played it for T9. I almost fell asleep playing it. That game is a lot of walking simulator. Like, it was like you had to go in that whole mansion, and the story is good, but the gameplay is it was like every map was huge, and for what purpose? Like, how did, like, my video was so long, for what purpose, really? And also, the chases with the Crooked Man weren't really that scary. It wasn't all that. All right, the Higher World Loophole. So I'm gotta be direct with that one. I think that's an A. The Man from the Window. For a gimmicky game, I have a soft spot in my heart for Z Technician games. I'm not gonna lie. Z Technician games, very simple. Character designs are goofy, but pretty damn good. I'm gonna put it over here. The Mortuary Assistant. Okay, Mortuary Assistant. And that goes in S, goes out without saying. The Witch's House. It's probably my favorite RPG Maker horror game, but it's still not a must. It is a must. I'm gonna put this one in S. Is there a better walking sim than Ruin? What do you mean? Anyway, Timur. Oh, fun thing about Timur. Did you know that the developer has made so many of these games and has made a remake of Timur? Like, I want to play all these games for a video. But we have to be real with ourselves. We have to get real. Timur is dog shit. Timur is dog shit. But the developer is really cool. And I think the developer knows that the original games are dog shit because he remade them. And those jump scares are lined by editor. Put one of the jump scares on the screen right now. The Tomorrow Dev worked on some JetX collections. Yeah, no, I think the Tomorrow Dev is a cool guy, but Tomorrow is kind of dog shit. Vanish. Okay, you know what? I haven't showed you guys a bit for a while, but I'm gonna say everyone says what's the happiest Markiplier or a YouTuber's ever been beating a game. I'm gonna tell you now. You thought Markiplier was happy beating you thought Markiplier was happy beating 2020 mode? I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys. This right here is the definition of euphoria. All right.
Oh, it could be an open game or the way out.
Now I wanna give you guys some context. Markiplier has been trying to beat this game for a year and a half. Now I beat the game first try, but Markiplier, it took him a year and several parts to beat this game. This is context. He's gotten so close so many times. So that's the context to what you're about to see.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Get me out of here! Oh! Is it real?
Wait.
Is it fake? Is it a trick? Is this a trick? You're not fucking with me!
He's straight up just not. Bro, he's straight up just. He straight up just climaxed. He just climaxed.
Open game or the way out?
Oh, it's so. There should be an emote. There should be an emote. Look at that pog. Look at that pog. Oh wait, I am screenshotting this. I am screenshotting this. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna put it straight in premium chat. I'm gonna put that in premium chat. If you're on Twitch sub, you can see it. But you know what? Let me put this in the main channel Discord server. Wait, actually, no, I'll send it to a mod. We can make it an emote. We'll make it an emote. Oh my god. Just God, look how happy he is.
Is it real? Is it fake? Is it a trick? Is this a trick? You're not fucking with me!
Oh god. You know how much it means. Oh my god, look at that. This is the perfect, this right here is the perfect screenshot. This is the oh my god, it quite literally just, all right, let me also put this in premium chat as well. Just oh my god. But yeah, no, Vanish is one of the hardest like horror games ever. So for him to beat that game, it's just, you know, it meant a lot. And the thing is, it had a really cool mechanic of like the corridors constantly changing. So no two playthroughs were the same. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm actually gonna put this in A. Oh my god. And the last game, the 99th game to end the tier list, Yume Nikki. And it goes without saying, that Yume Nikki is gonna go right here. And we are done. The 90th, in fact, let's just quickly, I'm going to show the full thing right here. I think that's everything. No, I gotta zoom out a tiny bit more. All right, so Cherry Parker, thank you for the sub. So after 3 hours and 20 minutes, we have finally done it. We have rated 99 indie horror games. Now, this may be subject to change. I might edit a few of these, like up, down, left, right, or whatever. There might be some alterations, but in the heat of the moment, this is my tier list of horror games that I have either played or I'm about to play and watched when I was young and everything. If you don't agree with this tier list, I don't care. But if you want to do the tier list yourself, I will link it in the description if you want to make other people angry with your decisions and everything. Right now, I don't think there's anything that I want to change. I don't think that there's anything that we want to change. I might actually move Employee of the Month down to B. Move Ebe up. I think I'm going to just edit it slightly. But yeah, look at all these amazing indie horror games. And everyone's gonna tell me, am I being too mean to Security Breach? No, I don't think I've been mean enough. The thing that I like about Security Breach is the world design and the animatronic designs, but those are not even from a horror standpoint, just on its own. Security Breach is not a good game. It's not a good game. It's not. It really is not. And the problems are deeper than the bugs. It's the story as well. Anyway, I think it's good. I think this is good. I think this is a good list. People are going to be mad about where I put Bendy, but I'm sorry. Chapter 3 just kind of killed it, and then Chapter 5 being a disappointment is what it is. But yeah, this is the tier list. So, for those of you guys who are watching on the second channel, thank you guys so much for watching this tier list. If you want me to do more tier lists, recommend me some good tier list ideas up in the comments down below. Now, what was the reasoning of Baldi's placement again? Baldi's placement's reasoning was because it took the inverted commas Slender clone thing, but it made it fresh. It was the whole math aesthetic of the game and the replayability, as well as the fact that you needed strategy. I thought it was. It's a controversial one, but I actually genuinely think it's S tier. I genuinely do think it's S tier. If it's not S tier, it's high A. But yeah, I think this is the tier list. So thank you guys so much for watching the 99 indie horror game tier list. If you want to try the tier list yourself, will be in the description down below. If you want recommendations or you want to give me recommendations for other tier lists, leave them in the comments down below. And for those of you guys who are watching on the second channel, I will see you guys in another video. We are now donezo with the tier list, but I am dead tired, so I'm going to do an ad time. We'll think about what we're gonna do, and then we might raid after the ad time, or like after talking for a bit, because man, that was long. And we are back. And wow, oh my god. Oh my god, that was something else. Now do I now post the tier list and get people angry? Is it time to piss people off? Is it time, chat? Is it time, chat, to piss people off? I think it's time to piss people off, yeah. All right, let's just quickly put some nice jolly music while we do it. All right, we're just going to make this tweet. Now, what are we going to caption the tweet, and how angry are we going to get people? How angry are we going to get people for this tweet? I'm thinking, should we start saying, start arguing. 99 indie horror games. 99 random indie horror games. Start arguing. All right, here we go. There, I said 99 random indie horror games. All right, start. Discuss your workings. 8 marks. All right. Let's just do. You're about to post it in a place where people get pissed off that you enjoy coffee in the mornings. Oh yeah, bro, hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm a piss people off. All right, let's just get some nice music here. We're just going to get some. Let's get some. We need some nice. Let's see. We need some. Let's get some stall. All right. Start arguing. 99 random indie horror games tier list. Start arguing. All right, there we go. All right, it's up. It's up, lads. There we go. All right. We gotta get people. We gotta get people angry. Guaranteed bait. We even have stall playing. We even have stall playing. All right. 99 random indie horror games tier list. All right. Let me just see if I don't know whether I think aren't embeds broken now. I heard that embeds are now broken, so that's fun. Let me just quickly get this. Downloads. Put this on the Discord server. All right, there we go. All right. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm now that that's up, the fire now rises. What you do is immediately mute the tweet. Thaf, what do you reckon's worse, Sonic.exe or FNAF SB? Sonic.exe. Pokecat, fuck this, fuck you, your dog shit, I hate you. Yeah, but that's not that doesn't argue any point. What point is that arguing? All right. Anyway, I think we should be good now. I think it's time. I think it's time to call it for the stream. We had a good stream. I think it's time to end. I think we had a very good stream. Tomorrow, you know what we should do? I think we should do a scary folder or bedtime stories or scary folder again. Actually, no, I'm probably going to do scary folder if I have the time to. This is if I have the time to, because I want to set up for bedtime stories. I really want to make the bedtime story stuff as good as possible. So, yeah, that'll take some time to set up. But yeah, so, who's live? Shire is. I haven't actually raided Shire in a while, but Shire is streaming Garten of Ban. I cannot do that. Wait, when do you stream again? Ironically, I was supposed to stream earlier today, but I hurt myself. I will not elaborate on that. Yeah, I'm just looking at this. I can't ban with. I can't do that. Well, Mary's live. I'll just read Mary because Mary's actually playing Peak. All right. Mary's playing Pikmin. My 15 seconds seems so far away. Like, come on. All right, we need Wickeds in the chat. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. We shall be back tomorrow. Not sure about a T9 video, but there will be something there. Give Thaf Wickeds to Mary. And yeah, no, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.